Yo, I'm hanging out over at Confluence. I'm gonna add it to the stage. If anybody wants to come hang out, uh, come hang out. I gotta find it. Okay, there it is. And here is where we are hanging out tonight. Is over here with these guys. Nothing too special. Can't hear anything. What the fuck? Why is it not? Once again, it's all right. Maybe you guys can help me. Emmett, I'm sharing the stream and I have absolutely no let me you know what? Let me try something else. Remove that. Well, I did this yesterday. This was the problem yesterday was that when I was sharing the debate, there was the only audio that's coming through on my side is my audio and not anything else. Um so share the StreamYard that I guess is that the better way to do this? Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. And when I try to share the actual YouTube page for Confluence for this that we're doing right now, no audio is coming through. Oh wait, I said also share audio tab. I did that. Should MAGA. There we go. Share. I wonder. I'm not sure how to turn on the. Maybe that's part of the problem. Hang on here. Add to the stage. So, do I need to unmute? Maybe I need to unmute this. I wonder. But then I get an echo. I'm not sure how to. If I unmute Confluence's YouTube page and share it to my StreamYard, I get an echo because I'm in the stream. I'm sorry. Well, wait a second. What is it that you're doing, Emmett? How are you sharing it? Oh, we're working it out, guys. Sorry. I might be okay. I mean, I can share the StreamYard. Um, just then the back chat's in it. Oh, how do you guys want to do it? I don't want to jack Confluence's stuff. Okay, so that doesn't mean he has to end the stream, right? All right, so I just send you my StreamYard link. I'm sorry, I don't want to hijack. I can shut down and just not do any of this, you know. There's my StreamYard link. I'm sorry. Like seriously, Confluence. If you got a better idea, I'm fine. I can drop my stream too. I could just do that instead.
Just
Look, I got it up. Guys, can everybody on my side hear it now? Talk, fellas.
Yeah, I can.
test.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, okay, cool. What we got over here? Anybody?
Does that seem to be working?
There. Okay, we're good. Never mind.
Okay.
So just go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no worries. Just because then it's like, then I guess then you would have to control. No, I guess I could have controlled the video. I guess so. I guess it doesn't really matter because I can still share. Like, because any of you can share. You just have to pull it up, right?
We're good to go.
Well, if we go to her stream, we don't have the StreamYard thing, and we can we can be 10 people there, and it's just easier all around. The only difference is the only thing is if you want to share something, it has to be Beth because she will be the one sharing the tab.
Is that because she pays for StreamYard or what?
Yeah.
Or does she use something else? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Well, if we get to more than 6, then we could always do that too.
If we get to more than 6 viewers, I guess
we can move the if anybody on my side wants to join your panel, do you want me to drop links?
Yeah. Oh, hey K2, keep on trucking. Oh, I see he's Wine Dad. Okay, at least I've upgraded from Wine Mom to Wine Dad.
I don't think I have OG on my Discord. I just have a server, so I don't know how you want to share the link.
Where is that?
If I send it to myself on Discord, then I can send it to myself again. And then drop it in the chat.
I mean, I could drop it in the chat if you want
to. I can copy the link from the tab.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about in your Confluence in your chat.
Yeah, because Orthodox guy wants up.
It's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then K2, if you want to join
good
too.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming over. It's good to see everybody. I just dropped the link. We are hanging out over at Confluence this evening. If anybody wants to join, by all means, there's the link. He's happy to have people over. Look at that. You're about to get popular. Yo, OG.
What's up, OG?
Clark, doctor.
What's up, yo? How y'all doing?
How you doing today?
How's it going?
Going well. I saw I saw you on Emmett's and then on Beth's, and I'm like, let me check out this. And I saw the title of the show, and my answer is yes, absolutely.
Okay. So
we're still going in between the whole idea. He thinks that the guys, the Cat Boys are worse than the J6ers, and I just don't understand how is that even.
Well, I think I would
say that's not even possible.
I think Nick Fuentes fans probably largely follow what Nick Fuentes says.
So known as the Cat Boys.
Yeah, and so I think that, right, like just from a toxic belief point of view, I think believing the election was stolen, you could say that's bad, right, if you want. But it's like,
no,
I think
it's good. I think it's reality.
Okay, but do you think like age denial is bad? Because I would say that's kind of bad, and that's what
age denial. What do you mean age denial?
Have you done your research on it? Like instead of listening to propaganda.
Okay, but I don't want to.
No, we don't have to have that. We don't have to have that discussion. But answer the question.
I have. Yes, I have. I mean, probably not as thorough as maybe
me.
Someone, maybe not you or Fuentes.
No,
we don't have to go further because I understand, and I don't agree with Nick Fuentes on everything or a lot, but for for one, the conservative movement is not conservative. The far right is conservative, because I have to ask, what have conservatives conserved? Like in the past 20 years, name one social issue that they've won out on, and they've.
What about Trump's like executive order of like the trans stuff? You don't think that's like conserving?
Trump's a populist. Trump is a 1990s Democrat.
But that's a bit of a pivot. That's, you asked me for an example of something he's conserved. I mean, that is something that he is conserving. He's conserving the very real difference between men and women. You could say it's a small example, but I mean, that's an example. He's now conserving safe borders. The border numbers have been like the lowest they have in like decades.
Here's the issue, Confluence, with that, right? It's such a non-issue because there's only two genders. It should have never been allowed to escalate beyond this, and you can't. And like, you're allowing people to deny biological reality. That's why the T thing is a bad example. And as far as him conserving the borders,
yeah, but that still is like, because stuff has gotten loose, and Trump's coming in, and I think it's what's more conservative than that to be like, we need to buckle down on these conservative values. You know,
that's the thing. It's not a conservative value. It's not a conservative.
Overturning Roe v. Wade. Like, you don't think that's conserving the family unit? I mean, I know it gets kicked back to the states, but that's still a step in the right direction.
Ban abortion for things that aren't like, okay. So here's the thing, right? On the abortion debate, right? I am not anti-abortion. I'm not pro-abortion for whores that just want to spread their legs and use it as contraception. But if you legitimately can't afford it, and this is a bad argument, if you legitimately can't afford to have a family, it might be acceptable because there's issues that happen with children, and most quote unquote conservatives say fuck you after birth, right? And the thing is, that's all. Hold on.
I don't agree.
We're not talking about religious communities.
I'm more conservative than you are, Orthodox guy.
I'm talking about what you're saying about that you cannot afford it. Like, people in fucking Africa can afford it. Why are you telling me that?
They can't afford it. Christ. They definitely need population control. But let's not go into that.
Well, they can afford it. The majority of the people in the world can afford it. In fact, most people afford it.
Africa requires billions of dollars in aid to function. They cannot afford the families they have.
Africa gets millions of dollars in aid due to money laundering, and they would be better off without any fucking help.
Yeah,
but it would be 10 times better off.
Most of the people that are having kids are poor people anyways. And shit. Poor and super rich.
That's true everywhere. That's true everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking about destitute to the point that you're going from place to place, like you're fucking homeless essentially. And
most people that are homeless are guys in the first place, and most of the people that are getting like
are useless whores using it as contraception.
Well, I don't know how many besides Scale. I don't know much women that will go for a homeless dude to fuck, right?
Oh, did she do that? Please don't tell me she did that. Please tell Emmett. Please tell me you're being controversial. Come on, Dollar Man. Tell me you're being controversial.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna do me like that, Dollar Man? Really? I thought we were homies. I don't even want to.
There's women out there that absolutely are that way.
But my thing is, I ease into that when it comes to abortion, because I try to talk to leftists. But my real contention with conservatism and abortion is if a child is going to be born retarded or mentally deficient and not be able to contribute to society, you should absolutely be able to. And in many places, Republicans instituted into law that you specifically could not do that. Which is absolutely asinine.
Oh God, I don't know. That's a hard one for me to swallow. I am very pro. Like, I believe in the sanctity of life, so it's very hard for me to be like, yeah, I just kill them.
Being a former healthcare worker, and I've actually, when I was working hospice, I took care of a child who was born with severe deformities and passed away when she was just over a week old in our care, and it was the most horrific thing I have ever experienced in ever. Okay. Like, I think that, and it's hard as a mother and a woman, it is so hard for me to say this, but like, there are some conditions that can affect fetuses that quite frankly, I mean, it breaks my heart that they exist at all. And I struggle with bringing them into this world knowing that they're just going to suffer. I really
the only thing I could see is like, but that's like the extreme. So I don't know if that's what Orthodox guy means. If we're talking like Harlequin fetuses, sure. But if we're talking like Down syndrome, I don't think we should be aborting.
Well, the shitty part about healthcare is it's called the quality of life. When you get to that, like it goes everywhere from when you're born all the way up to where you're fucking 97 years old and you're shitting yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they call it. It's called quality of life, and that's why a lot of people go on hospice or you know, maybe not even hospice. I mean, there's
care, any of it. And
well, the medically assisted self-deletion, right? 99% of the time.
I have to read. Wait, somebody, sorry, help me. Wait, a brief aside. Is there a way to do this on Streamlabs? Emmett, are you here? How do I load comments up? Does anyone know how to do that?
So in your
you can't do it
right?
Through, he's not using StreamYard, so if you're not connected to your account and streaming from there, you won't be able to see it in the StreamYard. You have to use a third-party option to show your chat or to highlight comments from OBS.
Are you using Are you using OBS or Streamlabs OBS?
He's using OBS.
Yeah, with Streamlabs. So I guess I'll link them later and maybe it'll work. But K2 donated $2 and said, read your chat, and then he put something that looks very phallic. I am reading my chat. I see you posting a bunch of wine glasses. I'm not even drinking wine, K2, okay? Just wanted to say that.
Ginger.
But so the thing is, like, when it comes to MAID, as the Canadians call it, I don't support that 99% of the time. But if somebody has a terminal disease where they are suffering, it makes sense to allow it.
I can see that. Like, if you guys know, like, ALS or like Lou Gehrig's, right? It's like, that's the one where I would say, yeah. It's like
Stephen Hawking had?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't know, dude.
I think they should make their own. I think they should be able to make their own decision, because if they have the cognitive ability, like if they don't have the cognitive ability and you're just making that decision for them as a caretaker, even that sucks, man. That
should not be allowed.
ALS,
see what I mean?
ALS is not like a mental thing.
This is.
I hate to be the libertarian in the fucking room because I fucking hate libertarians, but I don't trust the fucking government to say who the fuck should live or die when it is not like a death penalty case. So, in any other case,
that's not what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that either.
Yes,
I'm saying that people that
Confluence is a good one, Anson. Anson, don't unsub. Why was this how? Anson says I'm unsubbing. This is like it's a panel verse tomato. Really? What did I do? Who did I laugh at, Anson? Who did I laugh at?
Come up and bring your case.
Yeah, be careful when you're laughing at. So here's the thing. As far as the whole MAID program goes, a lot of people do not like to acknowledge the fact that hospice facilities, it's not a matter of actually like causing it to happen, but when people reach a certain stage in the dying process, simple things like rolling them and moving them speeds it up and often leads to them passing much quicker. And it is something that does happen in hospice facilities regularly. That's
exactly what happened with my mom. Yeah,
death is basically like, if you just put the pillow over their face, it makes it happen much quicker.
No. It's worse. Well, it's kind of worse than that. So, at a certain stage in the dying,
Confluence, if I'm being an ass, let me know and I will stop. By the way,
you're good. You're
good. Just a little bit of CO2 will make the trick. Don't worry about it.
just a little stopping of the blood flow.
But isn't that better than? And I don't know if you guys do this in America, but in Canada, if you can't get MAID, sometimes what they'll do, or if someone's religiously opposed to it, they'll stop. They'll stop giving them like water and stuff. and like they'll just let them like dehydrate to death. And they do this with like babies, they do this with like people that have mental disabilities, and it's up to the caregiver. To me, I'd rather those people, if they're going to be taken out, I'd rather it be something that's fast than letting a fucking infant just like die of either starvation or dehydration. Yeah, they'll just stop giving
That's
them
what is
water.
going
That's
on.
Yeah.
important.
That is to me, that's
So-
evil.
immediately.
Oh. Yeah, it's different than that. Different medications affect different ways, right? And like especially when you're giving people a particular cocktail of medications to keep them sedated and comfortable through the dying process. Unfortunately, those medications do suppress breathing. It has it in the brain, so that
Right,
those
like
muscles-
opioids, famously.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And it's not even a matter of overdosing them. Once they reach a certain point, the meds have a different effect. Just like how they get, it's called the death rattles, where mucus starts building up. And
Yeah.
we give them a
That sounds
medication called atropine.
horrible.
We give them a medication called atropine, and all it does is solidify that, and it quiets so that it's quiet, right? The problem is then if you have to, like, let's say you need to change them because they've they've eliminated their bowels or pissed or whatever. When you're rolling them, you are risking the chance that that solid mucus is going to move and block their ability to breathe, and in which case they die within a few seconds.
Dumping Weevil, good to see you. There's a spot on the panel if you're interested in joining. And I don't know if I should be happy with this. K2 is donating $2, saying hashtag unsub, presumably to me. So I'm happy with the $2, but don't listen to him. Okay. Don't listen to him.
But I only use MAID as an example for like the most well-known medically assisted self-deletion, right? Because like I don't agree with what Canada's doing. They're like, "You're big sad. Have you tried MAID? Have you
I
tried?"
know that's at least gotten delayed, thankfully. But in 2027, that will come into effect if we don't stop it in Canada. Where you can just, if you're just depressed or have a mental health thing, and you get 2 doctors or nurse practitioners, doesn't even have to be a medical doctor, then they can end you. Just for having
you're trusting
depression.
nurses? That's crazy. You're trusting
know.
nurses?
That's
Bro,
fucking
I know.
insane, bro.
Do you realize when I'm like, fuck no,
That is crazy.
fuck these people. I don't want any of
At
that.
least I will say, I don't know if the
No.
system works the same in America, but a nurse practitioner is at least someone that has a doctorate of nursing. So it's they at least have like 8 years of school. It's not like
Do you think that makes it better, Confluence?
It's a little bit better. It's at least a little
Do
bit
you
better.
really think that makes it better at all?
Bitch, who has like 3 years of schooling, and now they're gonna like choose if someone lives.
Yeah, I know. Have you
bad.
seen the people going out of school lately?
Have
Well,
you,
They
yeah, I'm
have
saying,
like
have you
septum
seen
rings
fucking,
and look fucking retarded. It's like, I
have
don't
you
want
seen
any of that.
nurses? Have you seen nurses in the last 40 years? At
Baby
all?
nurse,
They're the original OnlyFans chick. Like,
That's kind of true. A primordial form of it, really.
Went and got a student loan and went back to school and shit.
yeah, like, and I ain't trying to shit on nurses because like nurses and CNAs like are absolutely necessary in the medical field.
Yeah.
But like they're not quality people. Like from it, like at least the ones I've met and seen.
I just don't want them deciding if I can live or die if I feel sad one day, you know.
I know.
Oh, you're kind of
No.
sad. Have you tried self-deletion? that makes you all better. It's like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
off.
And I
No,
think I
thank
said
you.
this before in a panel, but in Canada, they like advertise, like they'll have at like healthcare places, they'll have like signs up that like talk about the MAID thing. So it's like they're like advertising to people as if like, hey, there's an option. And then it, of course, probably ties into the fact that we have a public healthcare system. So the government's
No.
footing the bill through the taxpayers. So then it's like, right? It's different in America. You don't have that same incentive. But in Canada, there's this incentive to be like, hey, if we have to pay a bunch of money for you, you could just unalive yourself. And it's like, that
Yeah,
gets
no.
dark. I mean, a shocking amount of our population dies
You're
from
making
the
you're
MAID
making
program.
such a great argument against universal healthcare right now, Confluence. You
Yeah,
don't
I was
even
about
know.
to
Yeah.
say that. Like
No, I
that's
know,
the
that
end
is-
result of
Yeah, that is.
That's-
It does make me think. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's the end result of universal healthcare plus open borders immigration.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're not going to be like universal healthcare in a closed border system works, right? It's good, especially if you're promoting doctors. You have a dual system where There's a very basic need of like healthcare being taken care of, but if you're rich and you can afford more, you can pay for it. Because like my thing is there should like on necessities like healthcare, there should be a base that is subsidized. But if you're wealthy or you want to pay for more healthcare or better healthcare, you should have that right. Like doctors have every right to do private hospitals, private practices. I mean,
I would.
so I don't.
Sorry. Go ahead. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, Beth.
I was asked by someone in my chat to ask the panel if they think that mentally handicapped people should be allowed to get married and create families.
I'd say
No.
depends
Absolutely
how
not.
mentally handicapped. If we're talking like
I
Down
need a bit
syndrome.
more of a definition for that.
Down syndrome, no.
For example,
although in
Confluence,
Canada
no.
they can. I'm too mentally handicapped. I should be on that
Confluence, you
Leapfrog.
don't
Is that what you're
pass the
saying?
test. Sorry.
See, I'm sorry. We try it. You didn't pass it. We gotta have to tie
If
up
you
your
weren't
nuts.
such a
We're gonna have to
Tie my
Wait.
tubes.
if you weren't
Wait,
such
hold
a
on.
commie, I might have a different position about you. But you know.
Wait, with Destiny, there might be an argument for letting retarded people have children. Destiny's
Yeah,
son
you
has become
have.
remarkably base.
Yes, because tied back to the Groypers. I mean, he is denying that H event. So, maybe Orthodox guy. Maybe you like him. He's in your camp. Maybe.
Oh no, Destiny's son, awesome guy. Nick Fuentes, I don't really agree with a lot of his tactics, but the politics, like I don't disagree with.
Did you?
I find him charismatic. I like watching him.
Well, the thing is, if you break it down, and this is what I get annoyed about the so-called liberal society, right? Everything's okay to talk about. You have freedom of speech. We can do not that thing. We're not allowed to talk about that thing. And then in America specifically, you have all these like anti-government people. They'll question everything but one certain event, and it's like, bruh, just calm down.
But okay, or in America, we also have freedom of association. That's kind of what the question is of the panel.
You do not have freedom of association in America.
No, you don't have it. Who told you that lie?
I mean,
free.
I
In
guess
Canada,
it
it's
depends.
even worse. Let me
There's
tell you that.
caveats, I guess, right? Like, what are you thinking of? Like that you can't associate with, like.
If I owned a house and I didn't want to rent to certain people for certain reasons, I could get in trouble. If I didn't want to hire certain people for certain reasons, I get in trouble. If I'm white and I say I don't want to be around certain
Right.
people, I get in trouble. Like,
Sure, but I guess but to tie it to what we're talking about, it's like the mega movement. Just because they allow the speech of Nick Fuentes doesn't mean they have to accept Nick Fuentes into the fold. Doesn't mean the Daily Wire has to platform Nick Fuentes, or they have to. If Turning Point USA is still doing events, I know Fuentes is banned. It doesn't mean TP USA has to let Fuentes in. Like, that's up to them, right?
You never have to let anyone use your platform, but the simple fact of the matter is, if you're like, here's the thing, right? Here's why conservatism never beats communism and leftism, because they only really conserve their wallet. And when there's culture wars going on, conservatives are always like, "Oh no, you can't say that. You must be nice. You can't fight."
I think we're winning the culture wars, brother. You don't think so? I think I've seen a turnaround in the past 5 years. I think we're finally gaining ground. I mean, that's one thing that stood out to me in my debate with Big Soda that he said that actually stuck with me. I thought he said a good point, because I was saying the right.
You're not winning the culture war. The far right is winning the culture war.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe.
No, you would be very wrong about
they're
that.
sick and tired of the antics that are getting pulled by the left. And the thing is, that at this point, it's gone so far.
Milquetoast conservatives aren't winning shit. Like,
if
it was up to the you don't have to buy it. It's not for sale. If conservatives were winning, it wouldn't have taken this long.
You don't think Trump is winning? What he said is true, that you'll be tired of winning. Sometimes I take that to heart, and I'm like, Trump, I think I am tired of winning.
Dude, the U.S. government is shut down right now. That's not winning.
That is
now,
absolutely.
It is winning.
Losing.
I'm sorry, but it is kind of winning. That Confluence, you're tired of winning, because for you this is not winning. This is losing. You are a lefty. Accept it. Accept your leftism.
That is kind of what I'm hinting at. Not that I'm lefty, but there is certain things.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm losing so bad. I'm losing all the time. I hate this.
No,
I did kind of
winning a lot. There's some things like the Trump trying to overturn the 14th, right? As the example I used before. It's like, I think that's too far. I don't like it. To me, that's not winning. I don't think that's good.
Overturn the 14th.
Are you American or Canadian?
Both.
He lives in Canada.
Dual.
He lives in Canada,
from,
but he's
from America.
All right.
Live in Canada.
All right, well, come back to America, or stop talking about politics in America. If you're if you can't serve two masters if you live in another country.
If I'm a citizen, I can do.
We should, and this is why we should take paper citizenship. If you're not living in the country or serving in the military or overseas on business, you shouldn't. I mean, you can't serve two masters, man.
Let me ask.
I don't serve Canada.
Why do you stay in Canada? Why aren't you in the U.S.?
Yeah, why did you vote for Kamala Harris?
I did not vote for Kamala Harris. I have family. I have family in Canada, so it's
Well, use chain migration and bring them here. America's great, even when it's bad. It's better than most other places.
Yeah, look, I want to get back to America. I mean, I don't like being in Canada. I mean, I've made no bones about that.
No, I'm not trying to shit talk you. I'm just trying to have a good time.
At least there's
some hope for you, I guess.
I am serious about if you're living in another country, you're participating in another society, and you have dual citizenship. Yeah, like I don't support dual citizenship for Israel. I don't support it for Canada. I don't support it for anywhere.
Well,
you can't serve two masters.
Well, good thing that's from the Bible and not the fucking Constitution.
We can change the Constitution.
It's true, though.
Do an amendment.
We're gonna do one that's gonna be like the monarchical amendment.
Corey Barton paid me to tell them that I love the taxes. I do not love the taxes.
If you were given conflicting orders from each country, which one do you follow?
I told you last time. I'm a fucking quisling. You know. Which, again, I don't know if I can say that, but
what does that mean?
A quisling is someone that lives in a country but supports the annexation of their own country. So when Trump's like wants America to be the 51st state, I'm working on the inside. I'm like, let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go.
So then
Freudian slip.
You serve America.
Freudian slip. He wants Canada to annex America or execute Order 66.
So then you you would support America over Canada.
Yes.
And if America said, like, let's say the president said, any Americans in Canada, step up. We're taking over Canada right now. You would immediately participate.
I don't know if I can legally. So I don't want a Fed post. So
my bad. That's a bad phrasing of that question.
Actually, in Canada, it's Mountie posting.
Yeah, I don't CMP post,
My bad. Yeah, that is a bad question to ask. I apologize. I'm just like running the logic of it because it's like I think that it's a tough spot to be in, but it does show what OG is saying. You can't serve two masters at once. If each president was giving you as a citizen conflicting orders, how do you pick which one to follow? Just because you're in Canada, but you're loyal to America, but you know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I just live here. I mean, I don't like Canada. I don't like my government. So yeah, I would much rather, like I said, if there was a vote, if we ever do a referendum to become, let's say Trump wants us to be the 51st state and somehow goes to referendum, I'm obviously going to be campaigning and supporting for Canada to become the 51st state. Absolutely, I would.
Well, I've got friends from Canada that are from Canada, like born and raised, and they support annexation, like almost all of them, especially like the Newfies. I don't know why the Newfies I know support annexation.
It's very geographically divided. Like a lot of Alberta wants to, and then a lot of where I live does not want to. It's like I meet almost no one that wants to. A couple people, but not many. It's very like provincially divided. It seems, unlike how much.
Well, it's like the whole commie debate, right? Though the people who take, they typically just want to take, and they don't want their gibs to go away. And the people who actually contribute want what's best for the nation, or for the area, or for whatever. And those are the people that typically want the people that produce oil in Canada, right? That produce industry, that are still industrious. They typically want to be annexed.
Well, yeah,
The
because
fucking
Alberta is
commie
like
hippie types.
Alberta's funding the rest of Canada, so they're like sick of that,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, they would love to join.
Well, that's the problem with leftism and like communism in general, right? Because you wind up with a disproportionate rights for the people that are actually funding and making society run. They get ran over and treated like shit when in actuality their voice is the only voice that actually matters.
Yeah.
So, like I don't think that we should cut welfare completely, and I'm extremely far right. Like culturally, I'm so far right. I'm like, hey. I'm off the mouth like, hey, what y'all doing over there? Stop it. It's
Except
gay.
when it comes to abortion, weirdly. You're like, if they can't afford an abortion, they should kill the baby. That makes me more conservative than you on abortion.
That's not a conservative argument.
It absolutely is.
No,
it's conserving.
What have they done for centuries up until the modern world when the baby was retarded or somebody couldn't afford it? They got rid of it. They got rid of it.
Like Sparta.
They got rid of it.
I mean,
like they did it for centuries.
In like Western
man.
society, under like the Roman Catholic Church, no, they absolutely didn't. In the Eastern Orthodox Church, no, they absolutely didn't. In most Protestant churches, they absolutely didn't. If you're talking about heathen nations, sure.
The process of abortion.
Oh my God. Look at the
process of abortion was founded and started under Protestantism.
Yeah, look at the Covenanters prison.
Like eugenics, and let's call it what it is. Eugenics
Protestantism is a big
is
circle,
a Western
right?
ideology.
It is.
Protestantism is a large circle. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure you can point to like one movement that like would call
no. Like eugenics before the bad man in World War II.
It was already
fairly popular amongst all religious circles and in the West, ingrained in the West even. And eugenics doesn't just take into account genetics. It is mostly genetic, but it does take into the social strata of the people having babies. I don't think that's true.
I would want to see evidence that like the Eastern Orthodox Church throughout history was like pro-abortion for financial reasons, because that's just not true. It's not.
That's not
financial.
That's not exactly what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what I'm picking up.
Not for financial, but for deformity.
Actually, I'll put it out. Like I was trying to be kind and not talk about eugenics, be respectful to your leftist beliefs, but I'm a eugenicist above anything. Like eugenics. If you don't practice eugenics, you inherently have dysgenics, and that's kind of the problem with the West now. We're allowing any and every person to breed. We're allowing them to push their ideology, and because we're allowing any and everyone to breed, those who don't breed, i.e., the homosexuals, the trannies, those people, we're allowing them to recruit.
Let's not get too TOS. Let's not get...
Well, no, we're allowing. I don't think it's TOS for me to say that if you can't breed, you have to recruit. I think that's a matter of fact.
No,
I think it might have been the titles that you used. For
let's just be careful. I think YouTube is sensitive about that.
Yeah, I just call them the letter people. The letter people need to recruit anyway. They need more letter people, and what they do is they've been attacking the institutions for the children, and they've been infiltrating them. And that's why I want them either so far down the closet that you cannot see them, or so far up a tree that they are hanging.
Melissa, what's freedom? Are you saying freedom as in like a pro-choice thing?
Did I say freedom? I want them so far deep in the closet that you can't see them, or so far up the tree that they are hanging.
Or are we okay? Let's back down. Let's back down a bit from that, please.
I don't understand where freedom comes from there at all, but I'm trying to be diplomatic.
Freedom. It's freedom to give butt injections to other men, Emmett. That's freedom. That is butt sex is the essence.
I don't know what Melissa means. I don't know if she's talking about
it's the freedom, stuff. I guess.
No. Like remember, like America threatened to cut off aid from African countries if they didn't allow butt sex in Botswana, right? Uh-huh. Like solely because not allowing butt sex in Botswana. So like the West, liberalism, conservatism in general. Like in the West, they export butt sex.
Okay, Orthodox guy, to go back to what Melissa's saying, right? She says, this isn't China. You said we let anyone procreate. I think that has to be true. Maybe with the exception of what Beth's chat asked about, like, if you yeah, like in Canada, 2 Down syndrome people can meet and they can fuck and they can have kids, and that like to me is a little crazy. You know, I don't know if they have like the agency.
Okay. Well,
Um,
what we should do is not
but
allow
like
those people
random
to take from.
people.
Go ahead, my
Sorry, go
bad.
ahead.
Well, what we should do for those people is not allow them to be on public welfare at all, even if they contribute, because they are actively taking a choice that creates more people that are going to be dependent. So they have their freedom, but we don't have to pay for it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. But that sounds different than saying like who can and cannot breed.
Eugenics is not all forced sterilization and Bad Man from World War II, which actually his eugenics program was based on America's and the UK's. But
okay, Melissa, let's hear.
Hey guys, I just wanted to
Hi.
clarify. Is it cool?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we don't really just allow people to procreate. It's not only that; it's also money for people like that make money off of warehousing people. It's also like they're never gonna stop like advocating that people have kids. Our economy depends on it. So I mean, it would be nice if we could filter out the weaklings in the society through eugenics, but yeah, it would never happen because the people
but they're
that make the most money
actively in the West pushing people to not have children.
I would
like
love to,
like actively in the West,
I don't have
telling
kids.
everybody to not
I
have
would
children.
hope that everybody thought about before they had them, but it's almost like they want us to have kids, really.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I know more people who have children that should never have been allowed to breed at all than actual stable people who are good parents.
So Melissa, are you saying the opposite of what I thought you were saying? Are you saying we should control who?
No, we definitely should. But I'm saying that we're not going to, because they're gonna, in the name of freedom, quote unquote freedom, they're gonna say that we're not gonna control people. But in reality, we make a lot of money off these people having kids, just after kids after kids, especially those who are poor because they don't have to get an education, and then they can easily get incarcerated. We can easily warehouse them for years.
Right, but we could fix that. We could fix that with incentives, right? Like right now, right, we have like child tax benefits. If you're advocating to get rid of a child tax benefit, especially if you're like on a welfare recipient, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But like if you're
if you're a welfare recipient, you should not receive the incentives.
You
to
shouldn't
have
even
children.
have kids. Yeah, you shouldn't even have kids if you.
I wouldn't
say
that. Go here. Like you can't have kids. Like is that what you guys want?
Have you ever played StarCraft?
The original StarCraft. I love
StarCraft. So you know the intro to StarCraft Brood War? One of my favorite things is when Gustav is talking to Alexei. He's like, "Are you willing to go all the way, Alexei?" And I'm just like, "Yes, come on, all the way." So like, there is no limit. I'm about to flick my cigar on the ground and step on it.
Yeah, I guess. It sounds a little Big Soda, what's up? I think we lost Melissa.
Well, hello guys. How are we tonight?
Oh, she's in the back.
Doing fine.
Okay, now
How are
I'm
you doing?
feeling the pain.
No, just appreciating a little authoritarian every once in a while.
Yeah, it's well, it's weird for me to be like in the middle in this kind of scenario, because I don't really. I see the idea through lenses of Christianity, so it's very hard for me to be like, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of the undesirables. That's not like the position I would take in that specific case.
No.
And it's like, but it's very intriguing. Let's think about
it. Tell me more at the same time.
It's a logically sound argument. I would just say I think there's some moral strings playing at me that I probably wouldn't go through with it.
Exactly, just like.
But I don't know what's right, so it's kind of like take that with how you will.
I have like 30 things that I want to get rid of, and I want to impose on people before I even do that. That it's
help! I'm being repressed by Dollar Man.
Well, but like for example, the time I said, right, one of the first things I would do is like, oh, we're gonna impose going to church every Sunday. And oh my God, people lose their minds when I said that's like, oh, you have to. If you don't go to church, we're gonna jail you. And they're like, oh, how dare you be such an authoritarian? So, but that would be one of the things I would do.
That is way a little crazy, Emmett. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Faster. And that would be one of the things I would impose on the population before I impose like mandatory
Why
I don't
though?
know, abortion for undesirable kids. That's the way I see
I
it.
gotta ask you why though.
Why would I impose it?
Why mandatory church on Sunday over
Oh,
eugenics?
because if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. First of all, and second, because I want people to go off
Base.
one day of the week and have to look at their fucking neighbor. They
Yeah.
have to look at him.
Does it have to be church, or can it be like
Yeah,
synagogue?
it has to be church. It has to be the Orthodox Church, by the way.
Really?
And then
Okay.
you can stay in Canada.
You just want to throw.
You can
this
stay
isn't
in
even
fucking
America
Canada,
anymore.
Confluence.
I thought this was fucking
Confluence.
America.
Wait,
Confluence,
Emmett,
you have
Emmett.
to stay. You can stay in Canada, Confluence, but everybody else that is
not
in
America,
Why not the Catholic Church, Emmett?
I'll give them
Because he
2
happens
states.
to be Orthodox.
I'll grant them 2 states.
They can have
What
Mexico.
about what about the Protestants, the people who founded the country?
Nah. I'm really sorry for the Protestants, but all of like 99% of them became fucking Gnostic, so I have
They
to.
That is a fair.
We
You
have
know
to
what? That is a
take them
fair
out.
point. I withdraw the Protestant comment. That is a fair point.
Well, I can't
Because
go-
Gnostics
I
are
can't go to
fucking
my
retarded.
Gnostic church. Yeah, as Melissa said,
So you
we're
couldn't
most
keep
council
not
meeting,
being retarded.
you know, maybe
Don't
we-
take it away.
I feel like they had a
Everyone's
fair
gonna
run
be
at it.
states.
Are you gonna rub
Everybody
your
else has to go to
ass on
church.
people at church if you go to your Gnostic church?
I mean, I feel like they had a fair run at it and they fucked it
don't
up.
go to a
So now it's our turn.
We're not a Gnostic. Hashtag no one believes me, but not a Gnostic.
You're a sometimes prophet, Confluence. That's a
I'm an
Gnostic, okay? I'm
esoteric
sorry if you don't understand it.
To be fair,
Right.
as a cult of Christ, a non-denominational Christian, I would prefer to live under orthodoxy. I feel like they got it. I feel like they got it right the closest.
I don't even know if I disagree with that, but I don't want to be mandated or see other people mandated.
Well, I don't want to
So,
date men either.
sure.
That's why I'm trying to fight the left.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a good point. I got to use that one.
'Cause it's just, America was founded in a quasi secular way with, a lot of deists.
No, it wasn't.
Wait,
It
time out. Are we
wasn't.
talking about the
Confluence.
same America that arrested people for blasphemy laws? The same founding fathers that would throw people in jail for their speech?
Yeah, the same Thomas
The
Jefferson
same
that
founding
removed the
fathers.
miracles from his fucking Bible. How is that? That's
The-
way
the-
more heretical,
Well,
way more
guys,
liberal than
the
I
same-
am.
Let me bridge the gap. Times have changed, my friends.
Right, and we've gotten less
This
Christian.
shit ain't 300 years ago.
Exactly.
But it should
Well,
be, not with that attitude.
Well, now we're gonna change it again, and we're gonna change it for
We got-
good.
we got the
Okay,
second
we're gonna use that argument. We can just use it the same
No,
way.
it's not an
We're
argument.
gonna
I
just
was
change
bridging.
it
I was
again.
bridging the gap there.
No, we
I'm
don't.
not
We
trying
don't.
to
We
make
don't.
that
We
We
argument.
have
don't
the
build
second
bridges around
largest
here. We burn
Jewish
them.
population.
He's a
on the
Canadian.
face
Why
of
do
the
we
earth.
care what he thinks?
I'm
Right?
also an American again.
No. Dual citizenship don't exist.
Tim,
You live in
Tim,
Canada, therefore Canadian.
Look, born in America, American. Okay, that's jus soli,
Nah.
baby. That's in the fucking 14th Amendment.
You about to get tariffed if you don't hush. I will tariff you.
That's
How are you going to tariff
terrifying.
him on his own fucking stream?
I'm gonna
How
American
of
snitch
you,
to you.
sir?
Snitch to YouTube. I'm gonna snitch to YouTube that he's a Canadian. He's gonna have to pay tariffs on his super chats.
Hey, no.
It's called intervention. It works.
I feel like we should tax tips. Like, I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, as someone who's trying to become a streamer, I kind of like the no tax on tips thing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shut up, Confluence.
Hey, no you.
Shut up, Confluence.
No you.
That's a good argument.
Well, no, my thing is like, as somebody who's made a shit ton of money with their very small audience, right?
Mhm.
I don't mind paying taxes on that because it's income. If I worked another job, I'd have to pay taxes.
But isn't it better that you don't have to pay taxes?
No, it's not. It's not,
Well-
because I want to be able to use the social safety nets, and my morality thinks it's shitty if I use the social safety nets without paying into them. And I think that
Is
that's
this your
the whole
sole
point.
source of income though?
No, but I do
If it's not, then you're
I
still
do,
paying taxes.
No, because I do odd jobs for people, and that's considered a tip.
Yeah, and if
I
you-
think that's considered tax evasion, isn't
If
it?
you if you buy goods, you pay. I mean, we get tax on our income. We get sales tax. We get
Yeah, I don't think you should say the odd jobs thing. I think
There's
that's
several ways that they
that's,
tax this.
No,
You can't-
I plan on filing as if I was a contractor. Like I plan on filing my income, so it's not tax evasion.
okay. Good.
Regardless.
Good. Good.
No, I don't believe in tax evasion.
Doesn't
Render under
count as a
Caesar.
tip.
Render. Yeah, it does count as a tip.
It does not.
Actually,
If you do
doing
contract,
odd
you can
jobs
look
for
it up.
folks.
Doing odd jobs does not count as a tip. I promise you.
Well, if
That
you
counts,
make more than a
that counts as
certain,
contractor
more than a
work. You have to
certain-
pay tax.
if you make more than a certain amount, you have to claim it on tax.
Yeah.
Either
and that
way,
certain
I
amount is
plan
pretty
on.
low.
We all
Either
know
way, I plan on putting all of my income, even from streaming, on my taxes.
Wow, that's like
It's
a
irrelevant
donation.
for me.
Donation to the U.S.
It's
government.
irrelevant.
I get paid
Incredible.
in salary tips. So
I'm
that's
sorry.
how I classify it.
I'm
What is-
sorry.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
That sounds horrible.
Well, I mean, hey, you know, if the government's listening, then yeah, it sucks. But if anybody else is listening, it's pretty
Oh, I
decent.
don't even want to get into how much I pay in taxes. Fucking A, man.
That's because you make so much money, Ag.
I don't get to see it though, man. I don't get
my
to see any of
pro-
it.
All that
my
capital
problem
gains.
isn't so my problem isn't the taxes. It's two things, right? How much we're taxing productive people like agri, and where the fuck we're spending our money. See, I don't think
That's
taxation
what
is
I'm pissed
theft.
about.
I think the misuse of taxes is theft. Like if you tax the American worker or the productive American at a high rate, there needs to be some benefit that they get for those taxes.
Yeah, I mean,
And right now they're not doing that. Like
what
roads.
do I
and the
get to look
police is not
forward
enough.
to? My own
Yeah.
what I made. I mean, and I'm paying so much in fucking taxes and then there's people that, you know, don't pay any taxes or get benefits when they're
They
fucking
get
ripping
that
the
have
government off.
15 kids that have
Yeah.
15 kids and get a child tax credit
mean,
and
shit.
then are on fucking welfare. Yeah.
And I gotta do it myself, man. I got 3 kids. Shit.
Well, and
I have,
so
I
weird-
have a good comment. I have a good comment from my chat. It says tax evasion is like avoiding being robbed. No downside if you survive. This is actually legal advice. It's not actually legal advice. This is from my chat. I'm just paraphrasing.
The views and opinions
I
expressed in the chat do not reflect the panelists.
have actual legal advice. Ambush
Oh, great.
tactics work 93% of the time. I said what I said. I stand by it.
I will say, John McAfee, it didn't work too well for him.
No, it didn't.
I've said that to a cop before, by the way.
Roofie tactics is a great way of getting childs. That's all I'm saying. This is not legal advice.
Disavow.
I disavow that one. That was a bad joke.
No, that's funny.
You broke up. I didn't hear
You
you.
disavow your own joke, Emmett.
Yeah, I disavow that one.
Disavowing is gay. That's like
Immediate
double the
regretting.
homosexuality right there. I disavow myself.
Well, you know what they say. If you're in America, you can deal with some gays at some point.
Damn, man.
I hate that that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all because of Canada.
It's always Canada's fault. They gotta stop punching us so much.
I feel like Canada at this point is America's yarmulke.
Oh my!
Yeah. Always has been, you know.
They're not even an actual hat. They're
This
just
is
our
why I
yarmulke.
like
We're a
fucking with
tiny
you, OG.
hat.
You fucking got me. Dude,
But
you
we
keep me
represent
cracking
the
up, man.
presence of God, okay? Yeah.
Don't do
How's
that.
for a
Don't do that.
metaphor?
No.
Don't do that.
Synagogue of Satan, actually.
God wants
Yeah.
nothing to do with that shit.
Have you ever read that book?
Just
Synagogue
because
of
you
Satan?
act all nice, don't think you're fooling us at all. Okay.
My
I
bad.
act nice.
Seriously. Yeah, no, you Canadians, you dirty Canadians.
We do apologize a lot. Yeah.
Oh man.
Canadian, and we need to do something about this Canadian interference in our elections and politics.
I can't say much about that.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna
if we,
give.
if
What
we
are you
treated
talking
Canada
about?
more like Syria, we'd be so much better off.
Oh my
We're
god.
like your best trading partner, brother. Come on.
Yeah, see,
I mean,
see,
you mean we're your
we
best
could
trading
do,
partner.
we
Yeah, it
could
goes
do
both
away with
ways.
we could do
That's why
we
had
could do away with
NAFTA.
that and expand our economy by annexing Canada.
Look,
To be
yeah,
fair, it's probably the
I'm opposed to
cartels.
But the citizens
wait.
can't vote.
They have to have higher taxes for a couple of years just to make up for all the headaches they've given us.
No,
Yeah, no,
they're
they
gonna
need
get
a
territory.
special. They need it like they need a special Canadian tax. Like you were not an American citizen. You were a Canadian citizen. An extra 55% taxes.
We'll
Yeah.
call it a Trump tax.
55%.
The Trump
Rub 'em.
tax.
Get it.
On top of the like 20, on top of like the 12 to 24% that you already pay in income tax.
Just round it up to
Already paying-
100%.
Bro, our
Fuck
like
it.
highest income tax
So
bracket
true,
is like
so true.
49%.
And you can no longer vote for president. Y'all just have to deal with whatever
and
we say.
we should not adopt any Canadian province as a
No.
state. It should be a fucking territory
Yep.
at best.
It's like
We should
Guam.
annex it, but they should not have full states' rights.
But Canada's never going to go for that. So it would have to be a
Who said?
violent
Who
and
said?
bloody-
Hey,
Who
look,
said
look,
you have a
look,
choice? Who said you have
yeah,
a choice?
the law. See, Trump is just the beginning. I don't consider Trump as even a right winger, right? Trump is the beginning. People are gonna see the power of the right, and when you actually use the power that you have, and eventually, you're not Canada is not gonna have a choice. It's like it's sign or die, motherfucker.
So
Sign or
It's just
die.
gonna roll over.
Confluence. What do you say now? Are you American or Canadian?
Look, still American, you know. Just because I disagree
Or-
with some
or both.
some
the
less
RNCP is gonna knock at your door.
some
We need to
less
talk about
savory.
He's fence sitting right now.
We're
It's
all
okay.
going to be watching him get hauled out that door, screaming, kicking,
I
going, I
know.
didn't mean it.
All I'm saying, if you're still there by the time we invade, you're not
You're
having your right.
Canadian. You
Yeah,
get
you
Canadian tax.
picked a side.
In
Really?
fact-
What? I've been so
in-
explicit on which side I picked. What more do you want from
fact,
me?
In fact, it's 150% taxation for you for Americans living in Canada.
Does that have to be more than I earn?
Yes. you,
be
you're gonna
fair-
have to go to the penal colonies.
To be
That's what I'm saying.
fair, we just want the land. Y'all can go wherever the hell y'all can
Oh,
go.
good. I'm
That's
coming to
actually
fucking
incredibly
Texas.
based.
Australia's
We
like,
just want the
Australia's
land.
pretty good spot for you guys. I mean,
See, people always say religion is the reason all these wars were fought, and I'm like, no, you're stupid. You're falling for the propaganda. It was land, living space, and resources, money. That's why all wars in human history have been fought.
I don't agree with that. The Crusades. I think that was
What
all
did the
about
Crusader what did
just
what did the
land.
Crusaders what did the Crusaders do? They did two things. They took an occupied land and they got extremely fucking wealthy.
I was gonna say
took
you
all
fell
their
in that
shit.
crap.
They
But
took
they're also
all
just
their
hurting
shit.
people.
Even
It
the
was
people,
it was strictly land
That's
based.
a
Or and
byproduct
money
of
based,
it.
but
even the
with
people.
the
That's a
land,
byproduct.
No, they took the
Like,
people too.
If you
To the people.
occupy a territory, you're going to before the 1940s, before things got gay and retarded. If you took land and you occupied land, you forced your values and religion and financial system and culture onto the land you took by right of conquest. Right of
Yeah,
conquest
sounds
still
like a-
exists.
Sounds like a great system.
It works. It's literally nature.
Sounds
It's
like
the only
fucking-
way it works.
Yeah, sounds like barbarism. So that checks out.
Shit.
Barbarism. Nature is barbaric.
Yeah,
It-
it
it's-
is, and that's
it's
why
better
we
than the Canadian
overcome.
philosophy.
I don't even know. We don't even have any philosophy. We're too.
What
fucking
do you-
lukewarm for that shit?
What do
Have
you
read
think
our
is going to
Charter of
happen?
Rights? It's a fucking shit show.
What do you think is going to happen when this whole liberal fucking world order collapses? Nature is healing, brother. Like I'm not even being funny at this point, and I'm not glorifying it either because it's horrid what's going to happen in some places. But this liberal world order, this liberal policing, it's literally to our own detriment. It's either the slow death of homification or return to fucking nature and be strong and the fucking strong and intelligent survive. And
Wow.
I don't think I will be
Very
I
Darwinian of
personally
you.
I don't think that I'll even be part of those survivors. And I recognize that, but I think it'd be best for humanity and I want what's best for humanity and my nation.
Wow. It's very black pilled.
No.
Well, that is
I
the
give hope.
option. That is the option Confluence if you don't actually utilize the state and the force of the state to actually get the nation into a neutral state that we can work together in favor of the nation. If we can continue on this path of destruction, what do you think is going to happen at the end of the day? And you are part of it because you're a lefty fuck. So
I think there's a
It's
done.
there's
actually
a way of course correcting without flying into some like
No,
fascistic
there's not.
hellscape.
No,
Like,
no,
there's
it
no
tries
way.
to emulate nature, which is like rich in like PDF file and like grape.
I think
and-
it's come too far.
No,
Cannibalism.
actually, in nature, we kind of destroy those who hurt our offspring. I don't know what you're talking about. There.
I'm saying in nature. I'm saying if you study like bonobos, they have like orgies, they cannibalize, they torture each other, they eat each other's young,
What-
they have sex with each
What
other's
continent
young.
is bonobos from?
I don't wanna- I can't remember.
Exactly my point.
Europe?
It's the sub 80 IQ continent.
Okay, let's again.
Literally
I'm
everywhere else is not like that.
You know,
Oh
alive.
my god.
Trying to keep
You
my
know,
stream alive. just about.
Ithopithecus is not Homo sapien sapien.
You know, I'm gonna look up where bonobos live. Maybe. What if they do live somewhere else?
He's
believe
hoping it says
West-
America.
Don't know.
Yeah, I'll be
I
right
believe
back.
it's Western Africa.
It's
It may
yeah.
be Central Africa, but I believe it's Western
Bonobos.
Africa.
I
They
think it's- I
live
think
in the
it's-
upper parts of Australia. There we go, and Eastern Europe.
I mean, they're kind of dumb
Eastern
too.
Europe, Eastern
Yeah.
bonobos from Eastern Europe.
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy, eh? Crazy fact.
And if you want to go, oh, OG's wrong about them being African. The Aboriginals, like they're even lower IQ than the average African.
okay, again, let's get the
Wait,
realism.
Wait a fucking second. Where did you get that they are from there? Okay, because
It's just a fact
bonobos.
that I read on like some.
Alright.
There's a I think Encyclopedia Britannica or something.
He looked it up in Confluence.
I think you're fucking full of shit, dude. Because they're
what is
chimpanzees.
yours saying? What did you say?
They live in the DRC, the Democratic Republic.
They're
of
So
Congo.
Central
chimpanzees.
Africa, you motherfucker!
Just fucking
you
Christ,
you
Cole.
son of a bitch!
Fucking
That man said
Bro,
Eastern
Bro,
Europe.
if you're retarded to think there's bonobos in fucking
Oh my
Eastern
God.
Europe and Australia, that's on you, my friend.
Well, no.
Well,
And
to be fair-
in
So
Australia,
easily.
in
Well,
In
Australia,
Europe, what the fuck do you think there's bonobos?
well, I mean,
To be
because
fair-
of mass migration, there's
Yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say that.
there's an African tribe in the Highlands of Scotland that are like, we've been here the whole time. This is Africa now.
He
We've been
was
here
counting
full
the
time.
zoo populations.
How many
And by-
generations have we been here? Many generations.
Guys, the bonobos
and-
used to be kings, okay? I'm just saying that.
Of retards, maybe.
I
How
mean,
many
every
generations
retard
have
needs
you
their
been
king.
in these hills? Many generations. Can you count to 5? No, but many
and
generations.
The Australian Aborigines are actually extremely related to sub-Saharan Africans, by the way. I want to point that out, genetically speaking.
Makes sense.
Like, and by the way, the reason Australia is a barren fucking desert is because these people literally could not hunt without setting woods on fire. They literally they literally burned down an entire continent. That's a fact.
Oh my fucking god.
You know, I'm gonna have to like nuke this stream probably.
Well-
It's probably just been too much race stuff said. I probably once it's done, I probably
That's not even
It's not.
race. That's what a culture did.
Historical.
Literally,
Yeah.
I know,
that's
but
a
I'm
historical
just
fact.
thinking back to everything that's been
48.
said about the sub 80 IQ.
We're just talking about history and making
I was-
references to it to give our
No.
Woman
The
guys.
U.S. military actually did research that if you have sub 80 IQ, regardless of race, you cannot function in society, much less the military.
Sasquatch
IQ
says
of
to look
Nepal
up Billy
is?
Ape.
Look up
Billy-
the IQ of Nepal. That's what I want you guys to look up. You'll be surprised.
I ain't looking up shit. I'm doing a wood burning.
Nepal?
I'm sitting here listening to you.
It's around 60.
Well, I know when they went to go build wells over there, the wells lasted, I think, like 3.5 years because they don't have the term maintenance in their culture. So maintenance doesn't translate over to
So
whatever part of Africa.
They don't understand.
not-
Take care of it.
that's not
Hey.
that's not exactly true. There are quote unquote superior Africans that understand maintenance.
Madagascar.
The Nigerians, and they're it's specific tribes, right?
No, South
And you-
Africa, right?
No.
Okay.
That's
The
white
ones
people,
from
that's white
Niger?
people.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I was, yeah.
No, not the
Yeah,
entire
it's
country, but
weird.
like there's specific tribes in like Rwanda and Nigeria.
Ethiopia.
Yeah,
No, Rwanda
Rwanda,
was
a great people
destroyed.
group. A great people
But I
group.
mean, you're talking about like the Ethiopians as well.
Yeah, like the Ethiopians, like, and I'm being like legit, like there's several, like, and it's specific tribes. They're highly
The
intelligent. They
Egyptians?
also
Egyptians do well for themselves.
No, the Egyptians.
Egyptians are more of Semitic or Arabic people.
I know, but I mean, they're in
the
Africa.
Ethiopians have been mentioned and were mentioned during the Bible times as one of the great civilizations of Africa.
Yeah, they were.
Confluence. That was kind of racist.
And Confluence. This is what I mean by if you don't practice eugenics, you have dysgenics. Like the Ethiopians and these great African societies that actually, can maintain these specific tribes, and even like the people from those tribes that come over here and that are engineers, like the best Black and Africans that we have in the West are from these tribes. They practice eugenics. And the tribes that are shitty and retarded did not practice
what you mean
eugenics.
by that. If you mean like eugenics by force, I don't like that.
It's
cultural
not about
incentive.
It's not about what you like. It's about just eugenics in general. It doesn't matter if it's by incentive or by force.
I'm just saying my response depends on what you precisely mean by that. Because if
are you gonna go up to the ugly ass bitch and be like, "Hey, let's get married and shack up and have a bunch of ugly kids"? Eugenics in the making, right there.
Right.
But
the counterpoint, if we go up to an ugly chick and we're like, "You're too ugly, we're gonna forcibly tie your tubes," that's something I'm opposed to, and that's also
why? Because there is a
eugenics.
correlation between beauty and intelligence. The more beautiful the people on average, the more higher IQ they are.
I don't know about that. You mean
that's a fact. That is a fact.
Look at
you are not ugly. You are a handsome.
Look at the whatever
man.
podcast.
You're a strong man.
You're telling me the smart girls on the whatever podcast are the hot ones.
No, they're women and easily misled.
They're not just misled. They don't know when like World War II happens. Have you seen how many of those
Have you
clips
looked
where they're
at our
like
school
1850?
Have you looked at our school systems? Maybe there's these kids.
Maybe it's the communism, because Eastern Europeans are very beautiful and they were one of the highest IQ people, but before communism, and then you can literally see how communism made them retarded.
You can't help being dumb if you don't have proper educators.
And less good looking, actually.
Beth, I'm saying there's people on whatever podcast that aren't OF models that are less attractive, that went through the same school system, same age, and they're a lot smarter. So I think there's, if anything, an inverse correlation between beauty and intelligence.
Men are supposed to be ugly.
At that point, you have to look at the family, and you got to look at what virtues were
Confluence. If you're practicing dysgenics, do you think that means that like all beautiful people are going to be highly intelligent all the time? No.
Yeah.
I just don't think on average. I don't think there's an average correlation.
My brother in Christ, we're only what is it, 40 to 60 years in dysgenics. That's 2 generations. Give it like 6 generations, and you'll see ugly bitches being retarded. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Just go on TikTok. You already see that.
Hey,
You see the opposite. Sometimes there's like a hot girl and she's saying the dumbest fucking stuff I've ever heard in my life.
You also got to ask yourself: is that social manipulation?
Exactly.
Because I find it incredibly adorable.
You're saying there's a correlation. There's no correlation.
When a woman is actually acting ditzy and retarded, I find that incredibly like cute. I don't know why. And women are good at social manipulation.
You got to look at
that is inherent
prioritizing. Okay, if the society around them is not prioritizing them actually learning things because they're beautiful and they can have everything easily, then why would they bother to learn?
Well,
I'm sorry, but there's nothing more flirty. There's nothing more flirty than when a woman goes on to does something that you find dumb, and then she just looks at you and says, "I'm just a girl." So yeah, that is the most flirty.
Bring that sweet ass over here.
Is that why you love Kel so much, Emmett? Because I feel like that's her
go-to. I don't know. No, Kelly's fucking stupid. Why would I like her? Like, there's no way, dude.
Look, no,
never way.
I'm just a girl.
Kel fucked a homeless dude. There's no way that you can go ahead and say, "Oh, I'm just a girl with that." Okay.
They drove a hearse.
If Kel didn't fuck a homeless guy, she'd be like the perfect fucking
When did Kel
eugenics
fuck a homeless
material.
guy? What are we
He
fucking talking
lived
about?
in his hearse.
They're homeless.
What are we? I'm
So
so
much
lost. What
better,
the
you
fuck
know?
is anyone
Kel-
saying right now?
Kel's
No, okay.
beautiful. The guy who lived in-
Kel has a beautiful face. She is capable of thinking, and she's built like an Irish peasant and can take a fist. You know, take a fist to the face. She fell down escalators. She's the perfect woman. All right. She'll breed you smart. She'll breed you smart, strong children.
Confluence is ready to fight over that.
Might
And
skip a
I
generation.
just want to say, no one calls him a simp. I say like one nice thing about Kel once every like 2 weeks.
Because I'm not a simp. I don't think women should be able to read. I like in IQ is not a measure of like actual knowledge. It's a measure of pattern recognition and the ability to learn. So like having a high IQ does not mean you're gonna know everything or you're automatically gonna be successful. It's just a
I
measure of
shouldn't
being
be
able
allowed
to
to
learn.
read. What the hell?
No, you shouldn't. You women reading, letting you women read was the downfall of civilization. It always has been.
Well,
books away from
it's kind of hard to argue with that.
Chain them. They don't even. I don't even want to chain them to the stove. They need to be chained to the radiator unless I need breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or need to bake a baby.
The radiator.
I don't think Confluence should be able to read either.
They're always naturally cold.
I do come up with.
So then the radiator's the best choice.
Heat up them ties.
Hey guys,
I'm just not happy with the whole thing. Just look at him squirming in his chair.
Women are naturally cold because they miss the bowels of hell.
hey guys, I'm gonna step down for tonight. It was good talking to you guys.
Good to see you, Corey.
All right.
See you,
Peace,
Corey.
y'all.
Christ, OG. That
I love
Uh,
that.
So
They
this is
shouldn't
why this
be able to read.
the only people that call me a simp are retards and people who genuinely hate women. Like that's it.
I'm just pointing it out that you're saying that Kel would be good breeding stock, and no one says shit to you.
Because
And
that's
it's
not
like-
misogynistic. I'm literally saying one place is breeding.
Let's be
stuff.
fair. It might skip a generation, but
I mean, she fucked a homeless guy, so it should.
Okay,
It
oh yeah,
should.
let's
That's
get
what
back to that.
disqualifies
The
her.
homeless guy and this thing about living in a hearse. Someone connect the dots about what
Okay,
the fuck
listen, hang
I mean,
on.
he's not homeless. He lived in a hearse, damn it.
Okay,
no, he was homeless.
Hang
I
on.
hear from Beth.
Kel
I've
was in a
heard- I've heard Beth.
polycule. Okay, the
Okay, I know
man
that.
in the poly relationship was homeless and lived in his hearse. Yes, she fucked the
Really?
homeless dude that lived in a hearse.
Wow. That's some lore. I think I was better off.
You didn't
not-
And
Cover
he
it?
got to.
I knew about the
I'm not-
polycule. I didn't know about the homeless hearse man.
Listen, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he got to stay at her place for at least some nights.
Yeah,
He wasn't
he did.
homeless.
Yeah, he
wasn't
was
homeless on
putting it
those
in. He was
nights,
putting it
man.
in. Have you ever fucked in a car? It's uncomfortable. Like-
Maybe
This was a
she, had,
hearse.
maybe she had
It
him
was a
chained to
hearse.
a radiator. You ever think about that, Emmett? Homeless
What if
people
they-
get awfully cold too.
what if they slapped a mattress in the back of that shit and
Yeah, it's
Was-
roomy.
They fucked in the coffin. They had a
There's
queen
a
size
thing-
coffin.
Coffin sex, yeah.
Coffin
The beast head.
I don't want to say what I was gonna say. I'm just gonna keep
Say
quiet
it,
right
Emmett.
now.
Say it.
It's
Speak
fine.
your mind.
Say
Emmett.
it,
It's
Emmett. I'm
freedom.
trying
It's
to, yeah.
freedom.
Jesus, no. He's like going to the. Do you think that she had him into the radiator? No. You know why? Because at the end of the day, she's the one that decided to open the legs. Okay, that's the only reason why I can tell you that's not the case.
that's fair.
Like all I'm saying is
a
the
homeless
place
guy
of
get
a
a
woman
hearse?
is not in
That's what I want.
the place of a woman is not in the kitchen. It is barefoot and pregnant.
I
But not
love
in the
being
kitchen?
barefoot and pregnant. Like seriously,
Yeah,
like,
Can you be
I was
barefoot and pregnant
miserable
in a
being
kitchen?
pregnant, but I loved being
I
pregnant.
don't want her working doing strenuous labor. It may hurt my baby.
I loved becoming a mama. I love being a mama. I would have had a ton more kids if my.
Besides, I can cook better than all the women I know.
I will fight
And
you.
the women, and that's not a slight on the women I know. They taught me how to cook, and they can cook pretty damn good. But my point is, men are so superior. We can do everything on our own. We just need you for babies. So fall back, chick, fall back.
Yeah, we'll cook for you. We're better at doing it anyway.
I make some
Yeah.
pretty babies too. Yeah, my kids are good looking. I passed on some decent genes for sure.
Make some mean cereal.
Make some mean cereal.
My Pop Tarts are so good.
No, bro. Speaking of, like, I'm thinking about cooking a roast, just out of the blue, and I'm looking for recipes. I'm thinking about doing some. I forget what it's called, but I'm thinking about doing a wine sauce because I
Yeah.
bought a bunch of wine a while ago.
I was just gonna
And
say,
That was the wine mom.
you go for if you're
Take-
doing beef, do a
I
red
drank
Are you
wine and
looking
cheese.
for-
I'm sophisticated. All right,
Are
you
you-
communist.
So you're
Do a
looking
red
for,
wine.
flavoring or
do
sweet?
red wine with some you can fennel's always a nice touch if you're going like the New England style route. I always do mushrooms in mine. I love mushrooms. And
So I was thinking red wine sauce. Those little like mini like russet potatoes,
yes,
chopped carrots, and mushrooms.
yes.
Throw some celery in there too, because it adds some
Ooh,
good
you,
flavor to it.
you
Celery.
right about that. I'm mad. I didn't think about that.
Yep.
And
Maybe like a
onions,
clove or two of garlic.
and
Maybe like
onion.
a half. I mean, I don't know how big, but maybe like half to a whole onion. And you can strain all that shit out, but it adds flavor. Man.
Oh no, like leave that shit in. Like
Yeah.
that
You can. I do.
That
I'm just
roughage is
saying,
that roughage
if you
is good for you.
If you don't like it,
Absolutely.
you could, but I leave my.
No,
shit
I don't
in
like
too.
the onions. That's the only thing I don't like about this recipe.
Shit.
That's
freaking
why you're
Canadian.
so pale.
Okay, first off, Confluence.
All right, well, I
How
didn't
can you
think it
how,
was
how
pale.
can you be a leftist if you don't like simple foods? Oh, speaking of
Because I'm
simple
not a
foods,
leftist. There we go. There we go.
You don't like
You don't-
bread
you
and
don't- you
potato.
don't-
How would you be a lefty?
you don't like you don't respect the power of the mighty turnip, eh, comrade? The mighty turnip is the
Oh, I'm
reason.
not
You
standing.
cannot-
I'm not standing in no fucking bread line.
You
Okay.
can't make a roast without a
So,
little bit
so
of
you're
onion,
just a
man.
neoliberal. You're a communist, but too scared to
I'm
starve.
a neoconservative. Okay.
Listen,
didn't know you were a
sweetheart,
I'm a,
we're gonna
I'm a
find
Bush era.
we're
Ben
gonna find you a
Shapiro,
nice commune. You're gonna be
Warhawk
so happy when you get
conservative.
out of your closet. I promise.
I'm on your panel, so I'm
Okay.
being really respectful. But there's
Oh,
something
you
I want
are.
to say.
You are. Okay. Oh, man, tell me how you really feel then. Jesus.
I was gonna be like, I didn't know you were a F slur.
Oh, well, at
You
least
don't
said
like
that. So I
onions?
would have to immediately end the stream. Thank you for the respect.
The fuck is
Fucking
going on?
Christ.
No,
Confluence.
I genuinely don't try to break TOS. I like to have fun and be an ass, but I don't like to try to break TOS. You got to have creator
that's
thoughts
good.
when you're on
That is
somebody's
good.
panel, or else you're
Yeah.
just a POS.
Confluence, where's your wine? Where's your wine?
I know I'm wineless tonight.
I have wine.
You guys
Constance,
don't
you want me to
understand
ship
how
you some
easy.
wine?
You don't get how
How is
easy
it
you have it
possible?
in America. Like, so you know how like on like Kel, sometimes when she's streaming, she'll just run down the street on her fucking scooter and like buy a White Claw and come back. Like in Canada, that's not a thing. Canada, like you can only sell alcohol at like government issued like liquor commissions. So and they're few and far between.
Canada sucks,
God,
man.
yeah.
God damn it! I won't stand in a bread line, but I'll stand in a whiskey line. God damn.
I need my whiskey, I need my wine, I need my beer. So yeah, I'll stand in that line if I have to. But yeah, so it honestly sucks because
You're just a neo-communist.
The neo-communist.
I'm a neo-confluence. How about that?
Communist.
Dude, you admitted
You're-
on that channel
you're a
that you
con
want to be in a
artist.
commune.
Neo-con artist.
I don't. Yeah,
They're
there's
cool
a lot of
artists.
conservative. There's a lot of conservative communes that I think are based.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
man,
so-
the-
I want to live in a Dunbarian number of people. That's like where population should be, like 120, 150. I used to live on a fucking island, okay, of like 300 people. I fucking love that. Everyone knew each other. They're all super conservative Christians. It was fucking great. Everyone knew each other.
As a
There was
as
no
a southerner,
alphabet people. There was
I
no-
am
everyone
just
was
smart
fucking-
enough not to say what I like on here. That's all.
we
Right?
know what you like.
Everybody's speechless.
I know what you like, man.
Small
Mm.
community, and it is very nice. I do prefer the.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other types of preferences. But I'm not gonna lie to you.
However, that doesn't mean I'm gonna work for free in a fucking commune.
What the dog doing? What the dog doing?
Yeah, I hear Pupper's. What's wrong with him?
Since
You're
when
a
do
sad
people?
puppy.
Mine,
It's
yeah,
just
I
the
got a
cat.
lot
The cat
of
go in
attention.
front of the
Okay.
puppy, and the puppy just don't like the cat.
Oh,
Remember we talked about like me and Beth and I can't remember who else was there. We talked about like Hutterites and Amish and stuff.
Say hi.
I mean, they live on communes. They're conservative. They're not fucking
That's not a
communist?
commune. That's not a commune. That's a
I was-
community of religious people. Like
What's the fucking difference?
a commune is not a commune. Is not just a community. A commune is where they practice like communist socialism and share
No, it's not.
everything.
No,
You don't own property.
It's in the name.
I'm gonna look up the definition.
Commune, communist.
They
They make
share
their own fucking
possessions
rules.
and
Oh, you're gonna run with it?
responsibilities.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
That's what I just said.
That's what it means.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that.
That's
Look up
literally the
communist.
definition of communism, bro.
look up communism and then look up commune and put the two together.
Communism is a cashless, classless. What's the other one?
Everybody shares
Classless.
shit.
What's the end result of that? Sharing
I
all
think-
property and,
You end up
and
eating
fucking
termites.
responsibility.
Look,
Commune is just communism on a micro scale.
I'm gonna
These
pull a Ben.
termites are really good.
I'm gonna pull a Ben Shapiro here. Okay, he says, and I think he's wise on this, that the closer you are to your family, the more communist you live. Right? A lot of husbands and wives, they share bank accounts. Right? They're not keeping score. They're not selling
communism.
stuff. Well, that is. They're sharing
That's
responsibilities.
a family unit, bro. And
Exactly.
it's disingenuous to call it.
Exactly.
It's
Not
disingenuous
disingenuous.
to call
Because
it a commune.
And Ben
or
says the more
communist.
Ben's idea is the more you go out. So in a synagogue,
Ben also is in favor
willing
for
to-
ethno-nationalism as long
Let me
as it's
just
his
finish
people.
my point. When you go out to the synagogue, you're willing to help more people, but you still not as much as your family, but you're willing to do a lot more. You go out from that to your neighborhood, you're willing to do a bit less. You go out to a city, a bit less still, out to the country, a bit less, out to the world, almost nothing. And so he says that there's a scaling level of how socialist you are, and I think that's true. In my church, I'm willing to help a lot more people than in fucking Africa because I don't live in
Confluence.
Africa. I have no
Wait,
connection
wait.
to Africa.
Let's be honest, okay? When we're talking about Ben Shapiro, it goes like this. Okay, it's the family unit, it's like this commune, and then there's the state of Israel, which is this big commune, and then it's the American people that has to give the money to the state of Israel because that's the way they should go. Okay, and then you talk really fast and you say it. Well, when in reality, when you're like in your family, you go like the commune, and then you go to the state of Israel. It's like a big commune because we're all together and it's amazing and it's great. And then like the American people just have to give us money because that's the way that it goes and it's amazing and okay, and it's great. And so that's the way that we should go. It's the way we should.
Proud to
You gotta
give
clip
money
that
to
shit.
Israel.
Holy shit! Was
yeah.
that Ben Shapiro? Did you actually have Ben Shapiro
I'm
on
flipping
that?
that shit.
And
Int-
K2
uninterpretable.
is trying to pay me to send myself to the back for 5 minutes. He said how much to get Confluence, and he donated $5. Said send Confluence to the back for 5 minutes.
See ya. I'm just kidding.
See ya.
I mean, it's five.
It's your stream, bro. I don't know.
I mean, but I think $10 for me to kick myself to the back. Okay,
Yeah, so I think for streamers and then like panelists, well, if you're the
If
main
it's your
panelist, but
panel, no less than fucking 30, 40, $50. Fuck that.
No, it's
Oh,
$1 for every panelist, $2 for the host.
K2's
yeah,
the only one
$2
who's
a minute.
donated.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was getting at. $2 a minute for the host, $1 a minute for
$2
the
minutes
other
per
host.
host.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So 2.5 minutes. Fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm gonna start a timer. I'm gonna start a little timer. Wait, I can't open it there. It'll fuck
I
up
got you. I'll start a timer.
The
Okay.
mod with the most has got this under control.
The guys, don't break TOS without me. I'll be back.
Starting now.
I know, Squatch. I was just being, trying
Nah.
to.
Confluence.
Oh,
When he
shit.
gets back, I do have a question. Like, does people actually break TOS on this panel, or is he just joking?
No,
Because
he's
if
No,
new.
we have. No, we have.
Oh,
man.
like, you mean like-
you guys shouldn't do that. That's mean.
I don't think
Well,
we have that bad
we-
in this stream.
We are
We've been
not.
kind
We
of,
don't do it on purpose. It's like we have done
Oh.
it in
It's the
but
flips.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Kind
Like intentionally doing it
Yeah, no.
is
'cause
kind of is just gay.
we were talking about like we were bringing up historical references and talking about shit. It's all good. It's all good in that context. It's when you're like blasting it and shit. And
well,
That's nuts.
also like there is a difference between like TOS and them just like arbitrary following, like putting on rules for certain creators, and they do that.
Yeah.
Like
That's it.
TOS is arbitrarily followed, but you shouldn't intentionally try to say things to fuck people's channel up.
Yeah, no, that's not the case. Like I think we
Yeah.
we try not to, but sometimes we say stuff that it's like against what it is.
Not
but
meant.
I mean that's okay though. That doesn't violate TOS if we're like talking if we're having a actual educational discussion about this stuff. It doesn't violate TOS. Yep. Damn, that 2.5 minutes is going by quick.
It's quite quiet when he's gone, isn't it?
That's how you know he's a
We've
leftist.
Yeah, it's how you know he's a leftist, exactly.
Hey, Confluence is decent though, man. He takes it pretty good, man.
He does.
Like all
a lot of
commies should.
a lot of people would tuck their tail between their legs and run away, but
Especially with as hard as we've been picking on him. I've been picking on him since I met him. But you know that I don't know. That's how I pick on the people I like. You know, grew up around the guy.
I actually call him wine mom.
I know.
he's like, I got no beer, and I was like, beer mom? Question mark.
Oh man, beer moms are bad.
They're
Like,
brutal,
beer moms
man.
are horrible.
Beer moms are vicious.
There was a single mother I talked to that was like an alcoholic, and she was like the worst mom ever. Not because she was a bad person, but she just did a bunch of dumb shit with her kid.
That's
Like
time.
she fell asleep in her car with her kid, and like
That's
and
time
like it wasn't.
Confluence.
It was like it was crazy.
I like how so much of that time was just spent negging on Confluence with this beer mom and Beth calling me a commie, Emmett calling me a
Get
wine
back
mom.
in your closet.
Get back in
Wait,
your
hey,
closet.
where's
K2
Joel.
needs to pay more money for me to get
I mean,
back in
you do
there.
have an antenna sticking up from the side of your head, so I mean, what do you know?
I'm pulling
We
this
gave
Aspen
you
Gold
money.
look, you know?
You know we only say it because we love you. Now,
How's the toilet
now
installation
turn
going
the
in
other
your
cheek
wine
like the
closet?
black in the other eye.
In all fairness, I have a wine closet, so I can't really.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, the
okay.
truth comes out.
I have a wine-
I don't drink wine.
drinkers.
I have a wine hutch.
Oh, it's for your partner?
I have tequila. I'm
I-
tequila
just have
dad.
a wine
my,
closet.
my late wife
Tequila
loved
dad?
wine, and we would go around to all
I'm
those
tequila
wine
dad
tastings and
tonight,
shit.
okay?
Yeah.
What
Tequila
are you saying,
papa.
Agripulus?
I said my-
Papa tequila.
I'm gonna just call you Tequila Man from now on.
Tequila man.
No, he's
I went
taco.
from peso man to dollar man to tequila man. I agree
He's
with
taco.
that.
Well, you-
At
you-
least
you
I
can-
like
according to
tequila.
Dusty.
The
one
way
with the
the way
worms
you
in it.
the way you said I deal in dollars now. Like that shit went so hard.
Well, I said first I said, "Oh lol, fuck you," and then I said, "I deal in dollar now."
I'm glad you didn't think that I was being a dick, because like I called you that on your stream, like, and you didn't say anything. But I hope you don't think that I'm trying to start shit or be mean. But I think I think
no.
foreign
Yeah.
currency is cool as fuck. Like I think current foreign currency
It's
is cool
like-
as fuck, and I collect stuff.
Why is it not?
Yeah, me too.
If I have actual beef with somebody, 99% of the time is because they fucking deserve it. Because I take I take things very unseriously, especially on panels. Like Confluence is not allowed to reproduce, so he can't be a wine mom. But it's funny to call him a wine mom. You see, you see
One day I will reproduce
I see
Emmett.
what you did there.
One day I'll make a bunch of wine-addled FAS kids somehow.
yes. So yeah, don't worry about it. I don't take things too seriously. It's shit has to happen for me to be like, oh, this motherfucker. Real shit has to happen.
Fair enough.
Orthodox guy, saw you fighting with Grid last night. Well, not fighting, but
I didn't
saw you two
With
going
Grid?
at it. Yeah, wasn't that you?
Anybody know what that is?
I
Get it.
like Grid. I would not.
No,
me and
Grid-
Grid might debate, but like I'm
Wasn't
not
it?
gonna
Didn't
fight
you
with
when he
Grid.
was in his
Emmett,
hotel?
you know what this is?
No. They weren't fighting. They had a conversation in reality. Is that a gold coin?
It's a centenario. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a gold coin.
Is that peso currency?
It's a centenario. It's 50 pesos.
Is that like a Mexican quarter?
No, it's a.
No, they were having a conversation, Confluence.
Oh,
It just seemed
Well,
like
I mean,
there's some
It's like
disrespect.
$2. That's how much it is.
it's an ounce of gold, so it's definitely more than $2.
Did you guys see Emaru's response thing about the whole Twitch thing? By the way,
Wait. I'm curious to what you're talking about,
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
I don't remember talking to Grid yesterday.
am I confusing you with someone else? There was someone
I
that
was there.
joined. Grid was in the hotel.
No, the day before.
I was there for the hotel, yeah. And Emaru got attacked at TwitchCon. Someone else's bodyguard ran up, grabbed her, and kissed her. Right?
Yeah, it was somebody
Tried
else's
to.
security
That-
team. Yeah.
I've
It
only
looked
heard
like
that
he was.
from
It
Grid,
looked like he was
though.
successful.
I tried
Yeah,
to look it up. I
No,
couldn't
he tried to.
find. Are you sure he was a bodyguard? Because I heard Grid say that, but then when I was looking at all the news, I didn't see
Well,
anything about
I
him.
think-
being
Yes,
I think
security.
he was just-
Emiru stated that directly.
Sure.
Unless you want to call her a bullshit liar, but I mean that's on you.
I read her statement.
I think there's just
Oh,
conflicting
I'll
stories
be
as to what everybody's heard.
Not
No,
very
it was,
liberal of you.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you said
Emiru
pet
confirmed
dog.
that.
Pet that
It's not the
dog.
dog, it's the cat. It's the cat. Stop.
The cat is
What?
really the doggy.
Don't mess.
Sits
The
asserting
cat is in
dominance.
front of the dog, and the dog is unhappy because the cat is in the room.
Okay.
It's the only reason why.
Okay. I got it. My bad.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Beat her, Emmett. Beat her.
Fucking
It
hey.
doesn't want to
Peter,
maul your cat.
hook her to the
It wants
radiator.
to-
I'm gonna
right
use
now.
the Hassan trick now. Well, let me get my Hassanometer. Here, here's my Hassanometer.
I'm kind of turned on now, Emmett.
You're getting a
That's
Kaya
pretty
here,
hot.
Beth.
Is that
Do it
your
again.
your car keys? Are you unlocking your car? What was that?
It's my Hassan. It's the Hassan treatment.
Yeah, but what is
We,
it?
I
look,
love, we shock you because we love you. That's why we do.
No, okay. Here's the thing, right? The thing with Asan with the fucking shot collar is, in my opinion, retarded as fuck. Because I have a shot collar,
I do too.
but it has like I also have a pit bull. Like I have a prey-driven dog.
It's the fact he's
Yep,
lying
me too.
about it that's the problem. If he just like
Yeah.
said it, he would have dodged most of this controversy.
The
Well,
collar
it's why he used it. It's why he used it on the dog
Yeah.
as well.
the collar that I used to train Alaska had it beeps, it vibrates, or it shocks. And
Yeah,
you can pick and you can turn up the intensity and turn it down.
you and I have the same. You and I
It-
have the same one.
It's amazing. It's the best thing. When he was a puppy,
Bro.
okay, because my dog is practically ADHD and he's prey driven. Okay, so like it was kind of hard to train him. But that shit worked great. Amazingly,
Pit bulls, huskies, Rockwallers, even labs are prey-driven dogs.
yes.
And if you don't have like a negative reinforcement, it's very difficult to train them. And like so my dog, because he's prey driven, he's extreme, and prey driven doesn't mean they're aggressive.
Yeah.
It means they have a lot of high energy and a lot of like strong will.
They get
like,
excited. They love it.
Tucker's a puppy and he gets excited around other dogs. And when dogs are excited, what do? They hump. And like my uncle brought a dog over, a little like female puppy a few months younger than Tucker, and like I tried to like he went into hump her, bro, and like he went into hunch mode where he started bending and humping. I put my foot out to stop him, and like I swear to God, like he fucking wanted curve to get behind her, and almost broke my foot. Like he was gliding in air to get behind her, and I'm like, oh motherfucker, that hurt my foot, and like I'm like, I'm scared of you now. You're supernatural for the humpage, so I just like. I did the vibration. He looked at me, still humping. I'm like, all right, miss. And I fucking shocked him, like, now stop. And he's like, all right, fine. But when you go inside to take a piss, I'm gonna get back to humping.
And Alaska was just fine. As a matter of fact, he disliked the vibration worse than the shock. The shock barely fucking bothered him. Like he'd be like, "What was that?" Right back at it. The vibration.
It seemed to bother Kaya a lot, though. I mean, that dog.
I think he
jumped
used
up into the air.
I think he used the vibration feature on Kaya, if anything, because
I think that's better
dogs,
though, man.
Well, dogs hate the vibration more than they do.
Think
the
she
shock.
would yelp like that though?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's something she's not expecting, it'll scare her.
Alaska would freak out when I would vibrate. Do the vibration one with the shock. With the shock, you'd be like,
Tell
"What
me
the
more,
fuck is that?" But the
Intriguing, Beth.
Global remote activated.
Yo, he would straight up like he would put on a huge show. It's like, dude, that didn't hurt you. I know that for a fact. It's just a matter of they really, really don't like it and they'll overreact more to that. The shock is so quick. The vibration lasts a few seconds. See
I
the
want to see
difference?
Hassan put the collar on and then test it out. And we'll see which one he like jumps more to. You know,
Look,
do some
you-
empirical studies.
dogs, depending on the dog,
Confluence.
they are so strong. Okay, my dog, Alaska's not that big. Okay, and I was very, very shocked the day that he turned my ex-husband into a kite and broke his collarbone. Okay,
Confluence,
have
what
to
do you
take
think about
control of
using
your
those kind of colors on communists? Do you think it will work?
yeah. Let's.
I think the negative reinforcement could help. Yeah. I actually have ordered one on Amazon, and I'm gonna send you the remote, Emmett. And then so when I'm acting up, you can give me a little tingle, you know.
I agree.
And then
That would
not
be
in like a
Oh my
homoerotic
God.
kind of way.
Well, what kind of way do you mean, man?
In a normal way, normal way between two
It's not
men who
normal
are
way to do
wearing
that.
a shock collar. And
What you're talking
the moment
about is
you're
not
saying,
normal.
Emmett, make me your bitch, I guess I have to. It's like there's nothing else I can do.
You can fix me, Emmett. You can fix me.
But I can fix Desiree. Only Beth would give me
No
her contact
way.
information.
No, bro.
Oh,
I
she's-
tried. I tried.
Yeah,
a
but
hard.
see, I'm a professional brat tamer. Okay, that's
Oh,
my
man.
line of work.
Maybe.
I'm
lot of
like
men
I'm like
touch
a
with
sixth
Desiree.
generation buck breaker, right? It applies.
Who's harder to
Confluence.
fix?
Confluence, did
Desiree
you
or
pass on
Cal?
my info?
That's what I want to know.
Did you pass on
They're
my
both.
What's that, Beth?
Confluence? Did you pass on my info to her?
Yes,
And
I haven't
tell her.
heard back, but yeah.
Please
That
don't
is
pass
big
my
school.
info to her.
Oh yeah.
Please-
I would ask you to get me the
Please.
contact info, Confluence, but I can't. I don't want
Okay.
any unsolicited just pictures and shit. I'm good.
Hopefully she
Please,
doesn't send
it
Beth,
should have been me.
stuff unless Beth
OG's
is
like,
that.
okay.
What it should have been me.
I see no negatives to this.
You'll find out.
Oh man.
Oh.
Well, in reality, I do see natives on this. I don't want any of that crap.
I'm excited to
Okay.
get Desiree back on some type of panel because she's just always a
Well,
fun
I'm
time.
trying. I'm trying.
I mean, I'm.
Yeah, but I want to be invited to this. This sounds like a little you and Dusty thing.
I would even stay in chat and just watch.
Dude, I want to host
You're gonna get her into flow state? Are you
Flow State.
out of your
I'm
mind,
gonna bring
babe?
her over there.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Flow state.
Are
would
you out
bring
of
that
your
shit
mind,
over there in a
Confluence?
second.
Dusty
I don't know.
says
I've
she
never
would
met
love that.
Dusty or Flo.
Yeah, Dusty's like, bring
Okay.
it. I
So-
bet.
I've only seen Dusty from this recent drama that happened with like the whole raging.
Yeah,
Kid.
but
Dusty,
Dusty-
and Flo is the same
First
person,
time.
by the way.
Yeah,
They're
Dusty
the same
and Flo,
person.
yeah.
I just whenever people say Dusty, it sounds like they're talking about a fucking drag queen. So I for no reason I will call Flow
Justina?
State Dusty. Yeah, it's like Dusty. And now presenting Dusty. It's like fucking drag queen or story hour. I don't know.
No, but
Fuck
Dusty will bring it. He ain't gonna say no. Shit.
No,
Dusty asked
Is
me.
he,
to
wait,
bring
is he gonna
her
be
there.
mean to? Because I don't want to put Desiree. I feel like I'm.
No,
he's
he's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be
be
mean.
mean.
He'll fuck her.
He's gonna have a
he's
blast.
gonna.
Okay.
He's gonna put her head in the toilet bowl.
So that's
gonna
as
have
long
so
as
much
it's
fun.
consensual. But I don't want. I'm protective over Desiree. Okay, she's in a good state. I don't.
You're
want
still
her to
working
get
on
fucked
fixing
up.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a work in progress. She's gotten a lot better. I'm impressed with how she did because she like can crash out sometimes. As we've all seen, and she did really good. She really good. So,
She did.
Yeah, she was.
I'm
She was
proud.
very.
Proud of my girl.
When she was
Look,
talking.
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, let me get her fucking contact information.
God no.
OG.
She was
you
kind
can
of
come to my panel and meet
based.
her. You can come to my panel and meet her, OG. Okay. And if she wants
The
info, that's between you two.
the best part of the whole conversation is when she was like, "Oh yeah, OnlyFans is just a market. Everything is fine." And then I bring up, like slavery, and she's like, "Yeah, it's just a market. Everything is fine." That was the best.
It should have been me.
That shit was the best when you were like, "Are you telling me that when you get home and she's fine as fuck sitting there, you wouldn't go over there and fuck her?" I was like, "Oh my god, dude."
I'm not telling you I wouldn't.
that shit was great, dude. She was like,
we were. I was talking about so we're talking about sex, right? It's
You're
like,
so
yeah, well, do you
you're
think,
so passionate,
do you
then,
think-
Emmett. You're
do
so
you, do you
passionate.
think that if you go into your house and it's your wife right there trying to, inciting you with skin clothes and shit, you will not go ahead and fuck her? And she was like, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, fuck me then. I don't know.
That was like a trick question. I mean, how can you say no to that? The fuck?
that was the point, I guess.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, the person that got pretty much fucked by getting his face stuck into a toilet went on and just like too coy to fuck its husband. I guess it's like, I don't know.
Why did she ever publicly
Fucking
say
weird.
that story? Because I think she said that on whatever podcast.
She did. That's how I knew about it.
Right, and like why? Because then it got brought up in my interview I did with her like a year ago, and I was like quizzing her on that, and it's just gonna get brought up forever because everyone's like, I want to like explain this to me.
I clipped
Goes
it
into-
and put it on.
Fucking explanation. I need an education. All right, show me how it was done. Let
I
me-
need to go
She
through
will
my
show-
trauma.
I bet she
That's
could
something
show
you
you.
wanted. I don't want to be on either the receiving end of that or the giving end of that.
No,
okay?
I'm gonna see. My thing is, I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like,
Either.
look. See, do you think if you put your head on your back of your, if you put his foot on the back of your head, would that have been better? I would have been putting my.
Yeah,
back
and
up
I
as
get
a-
called Confluence. I'm anti-cooming.
What's that?
This guy's
3-6
talking
Mafia,
about-
where they're like, put your
Yeah.
elbows to your knees and.
So wait a second, OG. How are you gonna put your foot on the back of her head while it's in the toilet if you're doing her in the?
Yeah,
Very-
how
very
flexible are
carefully.
you?
Very
carefully.
flexible. Very flexible. I used to practice Shogun.
Yeah, it's not.
Hey,
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't
You're
want to
gonna
comment on
act-
this.
I
I was
mean,
gonna comment on it, but I'm not gonna comment on this.
I may need pictures. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Hey, you can
Oh
be-
my
you can
god!
be-
No, we don't
Yes,
want
no,
pictures. No, no,
Look,
no
look,
pictures.
I just don't believe it can
OG
happen.
can be on
I'll
the
be back.
OF.
I'll be
That's
back.
what I'm thinking. You know, OG. Can
Beth,
be on the
it
OF.
seems that you want some education. Is that what?
No, I
I'm-
just
I'm
want proof
Specializes
that
in
it can be done.
education, so
I just want proof it can be done. That's all.
maybe we could see a diagram. OG, make us a diagram
Diagram.
of how your leg bends and how it kind of reaches. You know,
No
and Emmett could
visual
make it.
aids. No,
Emmett
I'm
could
okay
make it
with
into
this.
animated pixel art.
No, thank
oh
you.
my god, how much would that
Not doing
cost?
that. Fucking
How
gross. You
much?
guys suck.
Emmett, I will pay you $100 for a helicopter pixel art.
Hit me up in the back.
And I ain't talking about the machine, baby.
Oh my god, I would love this. Oh, Jesus, I love you guys.
Hit me up in the back. I have a friend that might be able to help you with that.
I'm joking. I'm much less degenerate. Most of the degenerate shit I say is a joke. I'm joking.
Oh yeah, I was
Actually,
joking
yeah,
too. I have
right.
not general friends either.
It was like I get a finder's fee, so like $20 is mine. I'm not gonna do it, but I got a finder's fee.
I really do want to see Desiree and Marilyn talk, though. I've never talked to Marilyn. I just want to talk to
No.
Marilyn in general. Okay, I like people
No.
like that. That type of religious kind of craziness. Oh, it makes
I
me- it makes
literally,
me
you know
all
that
bricked
she's
up,
literally
you know?
banned for talking religion on my channel.
Oh, what?
I would
I banned the religion
Confluence.
talk on my channel.
Confluence. There was an episode on 10th Man Show where she came up on panel with me and fucking sidestepped shit. The questions I was asking her so hard. She would say something, backtrack, then go back, and then as soon as she saw 10th Man would support her, she went back to what she was saying. But then when I came at her again, she backtracked again a little, but then went back. Like she was driving me
They
insane.
call that a Martin Bailey, I believe.
Holy shit, she could not stand on what she would on her claims at all. It was driving me nuts.
I can't remember whose panel she was on. That was maybe like a week ago, where I thought she did a decent job. I don't know if any of you remember that. I don't know if it was like Abe's or if it was you, Emmett, or I can't remember where
Emmett
I saw
has
it.
her banned from panels, right, Emmett?
I have her banned from speaking on theological stuff on my channel. She can't do it. If she starts, I say thank you so much for coming up on panel, and I need you to leave.
Yeah, I gotta get in Marilyn's good graces, and I'll have her on my panel, and we'll, me, her, and Desiree will talk esotericism. It'll be
It's what do you know why, right? It's because I literally tried to have a conversation with her about anything that had nothing to do with that. She came up on panel, and the first thing she said was pretty much, "This is my idea of God," like 20 times, and I was just so annoyed that I decided to let it go. Like, no, you cannot come back and talk to me about theology ever.
I don't know. Maryland seems like a fun time.
But she can come on panel and talk. She talked to me about the
All right, I misunderstood.
about a couple of incidents. She was talking about how a bunch of guys from the space were pretty much DMing her on the back, trying to get in the good graces.
Well, that would be me. Add me to the list.
Have
Oh,
fun.
one more.
I wonder.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if it's the same guys who call me a simp.
Probably.
Well, she didn't say any person, but it's I think so, yeah.
I just want to talk to her. I'm not trying to riz Maryland, to be clear. You know.
The
wanna-
first
I
thing,
ain't
believe
trying
you.
to rizz her either. I'm just trying to put it in her. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I'm trying
Dude,
to waste time.
the first thing you said was, "I want to talk to this person." Then I told you about a bunch of people being in their DMs, and you're like, "Yeah, I want to be there." And now you're like, "Oh no, I didn't mean that. I just want to talk."
No, I do. Wait, you said no.
Fuck
Your
off, Sam.
words.
Fuck
your
off.
words. Your words where you said there's guys in the DMs trying
Oh,
to get into her
fuck
good
off, Sam.
graces, and I want to get into her good graces, so she'll come on my
Yeah.
panel, not so I can get in her.
Yeah, you know
panel,
what that
if you know
means,
what I mean.
Confluence. Confluence, you know what that means, okay?
No.
it's
Fuck a
cool
panel.
part
I'm
of
trying
the
to get in
name.
the
That's what it
box. You know
means.
what I'm saying?
I can tell Lauren is not here acting as your handler tonight.
Wait, who's Lauren?
Don't worry about who Lauren is. All right. Don't worry about who Lauren is.
Wait, is this
Don't
your,
worry about it.
Wait, do you have a partner and you're saying all this stuff?
No.
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 No. She's
Lauren is a really great friend. She's my producer, and she does not like it when I get degenerate. She's like, "Hey, bitch, you're getting in the way of me making money."
She goes,
Alright?
mommy.
They like the sweet little Southern boy with a velvety voice. All right, shut the fuck up. Go make me money before I keep my pimp hand strong.
And then she backscans
You
you
like
like
little fun fact about Lauren: she has a tattoo of "Pay Me" written on the palm of her hand.
Why am I not surprised? I love Lauren. She is awesome.
That's not true, Beth. That's a joke.
Sounds like she doesn't get
know
chained
it's
to
a
the
joke,
radiator.
Yes.
No, I'm
She
sorry.
does the chaining, brother.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. She's the one
chained
holding the
you.
shock device. Emmett's little
That's
shock
that's
device,
also
yeah.
actually a joke. She gets so mad at me for making those jokes because she genuinely is like a very wholesome traditional woman, and she's
is.
like, "Fuck off, I do not."
I called her Dommy Mommy, and wow, she was like, "Oh my God, don't do that."
I was like, Beth. Everybody was shocked. Everybody was like, Beth. I was like, Beth, you gotta stop talking. You gotta stop talking now.
Her Grace? Who the fuck is her Grace? Sorry.
I
about
was
that.
just playing with her. I love Lauren. She is like a badass woman.
Does she have a handle or does she just go by Lauren? I'm trying to see if I've ever seen this person.
She goes by Lauren.
I think there might be some skulls or something before and
She-
after her name.
She's
You
on.
need to open your you need to open your wings, Confluence, and go into the panel verse.
You
because
do.
The power of the panel verse.
I know. Panel of the power-
The power of the panel verse is getting his ass handed by the power of the freaking.
No, it's not.
I've never
No,
joined
it's not.
a Rotten
No,
Tomatoes
it's
debate
not.
panel before. I
Yeah,
never
it
have.
is. Look at
No, it's not.
the fucking sub numbers. Damn.
Yo, I'm at almost 100.
A bunch of
Wow.
people that agreed with and is a part of the community left somebody that they had a falling out with. That's such an ass whooping.
How?
It is a ass whooping.
What did
Where-
someone
where-
just
where's the
figure
power
out?
of the?
How,
She
how
get,
bad is it?
You should get fuck it button up here, man.
I
is
like
he in the
fucking
chat?
button. He is.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's in-
like
he's in Emmett's
here's
chat.
I'll say this.
Yeah, fuck it,
If,
buddy.
if
Come on up.
people unsubbing is an ass whooping, I can't. I hate to know what y'all think the fucking pulling a baby Huey over fucking trolling is. That's the
Emmett.
crazy part. A bunch of people that are irrelevant have fucking people raging over trolling. That's crazy.
Emmett, do you care if I share his link in your chat for
Oh, yeah,
fuck it
she's-
button?
Oh no! Go ahead.
She's
Go
sub
ahead.
17K now. She's 16.7.
You do have more powers.
Ag,
Either
drop
way.
it in mine.
I'm just making sure you're good.
Emmett, you know what annoys me about all this? I even made
Hmm.
a statement that I side with Abe and you because I trust y'all,
Mhm.
mainly Abe. If shit goes down, because I want right wing unity, but like it's all just a bunch of retarded bullshit, in my opinion.
Okay.
Your
Yes,
thoughts,
it
Emmett?
is. It
Your
is.
thoughts?
Okay, it is. Let me put it this way. It is and it isn't. Okay, so the actual drama, the actual blow up, is dumb and retarded. That part is pretty dumb, and I was very critical of Rob when it comes to the specific
Yeah.
blow up, because I don't think. One, I don't think he should have accepted the debate. That was like a blunder on his end, and I told him. And two, Drippycast had nothing to do with it, right? I don't.
That was
think-
pretty hard. I'm gonna say it was pretty hard because of the situation. Like when I modded for Confluence, you got to have the capability to be able to keep control of the
Yeah.
panels. And when you have a host and then you have someone else modding, it doesn't work. Like
I think in our
unless
case,
everybody
it was
is
at least,
stupid.
right. It was just
Okay.
like me and Big Soda. It's two, and we're
Yeah.
both.
All he had to do was give
focused.
Nova keys. That's all he had to do was give Nova keys,
I-
and that
Yeah.
would ended better.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Okay,
I
but
agree.
is
I
this
agree
the
with all of
stream-
this.
Is this StreamYard?
Wait a
Because I
second. I'm
found
giving
out-
Hang
I'm
on.
finishing my take. Give me a second.
My bad.
Hang on.
My bad.
So that part of the argument is pretty dumb. Now, let's go to the other part of the argument when I think Rob and Andrew and all of them have kind of a reason why they like fuck you. So they have a business relationship with Sarah. They've been pretty generous when it comes to Sarah. Sarah had a little bit of a dislike for Rob in a sense, and especially since the RTP debate, and she really thought that she had like a monopoly on the right wingers that wanted to go into her channel because of the Crucible and people adjacent to it. That she needed to have more left wing and was trying to go into the good graces of the left wingers to get into the panel and debates and stuff like that. I get it, but I told Orthodox guy this. I don't care. When it comes to these kind of things, we're building a movement, and we're done with people treating the right wing as a prop thing that they can just go ahead and
Fucking grift
give the
on.
left wingers extra appreciation and stuff. We're not going to play that way. We're the ones that get the appreciation is us. That's the way that the Crucible is looking at it, because we are the ones that make you grow, and we are the ones that keep bringing all of the debaters, and we're the ones who are being here most of the time. So when I see
I
in that
agree with you on that,
situation-
by the way. I agree with you on that, by the way.
when I
Because we need
when I
right-wing
see it that
spaces.
way, and I see it as that being the reason why, and it's like she goes on and it's like I can just respect Rob Norton. It's gonna be anything, and pretty much Andrew is like, fuck you, no, this is my boy, and I'm gonna be as nepotistic as I fucking want to, and you're either gonna respect my boy or we're gonna take it somewhere else and you can go fuck yourself. In that case, yeah, I agree with Andrew specifically on that.
Well, he has every right to do
different way
that.
of looking at it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he has every right to do that. My issue,
Now-
and I've said this, like it comes from the smaller people trying to be the pick me and stoke shit, and I'm like, okay, cool, and that's on all sides.
I don't think Emmett saw what happened with Paige last night. I'll talk to you about it.
What happened with Paige? Where?
She came to Dusty's trying to tone police Beth.
Yeah, she flipped out on it. She
It
went
was
off hard.
it was weird. It was weird cultist type
Look,
shit. I'll say
look,
that.
There was
I
we're
don't
watching
know.
a clip of somebody else who was really being
Okay.
a pick me, and I was laughing.
Let's
I
find.
laughed at something.
Okay, Beth, let's go. Confluence, bring up the clip. Beth, bring up the clip. I'm not gonna go ahead and comment on something I haven't seen.
Okay.
Come on,
Can
bring it
someone
up.
send it? Can someone send it to me?
If you can send it, Beth, that would be great. Because I'm not gonna go ahead and be.
Well, I don't think anybody was asking. I don't think anybody was asking for your take. I mean, like,
Yeah, I know.
people don't have
Well,
to give a
if
take
people
on
are
every
gonna be
single
like,
thing.
"Oh, you didn't
I'll
saw
send it.
I'm
these," and
curious.
that's
I
like
was just
that's a
saying
big
I
in the
can
question.
send it. I was
idea,
just
right?
saying I'll send it to you over.
No,
at
I mean, like, I'm not
It's
telling you
just-
not to look at it. I mean, it's just it's
What
weird.
I'm saying is
weird
it's
as
kind of
fuck.
big in the question because I have no idea of
Yeah.
what the hell they're even referencing to. So
okay, that's
if
fair.
you're making the question about that, and I'm making a take about why the
It's-
Crucible is kind of in the right to do this, in my perspective, when it comes to right-wing spaces, I need to be able to see that as
it's
an
all
idea.
the entire.
If I now this is where I think it becomes even more retarded, and this is where I think it's gonna go, which I think is stupid at this point. You have especially today, my feed got inundated by people talking about the drama as if we fucking care what other people have to say about it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't make a video about it because it's not like people need to care about my take on the whole thing. And I was adjacently, like I was in the panel with you and Dusty when it happened. I left, but I was there.
And that's what I'm
I
saying.
saw-
People that were not there are trying to talk about it and like be pick-me's and shit, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that,
okay.
And they're
that is
confident people
that I do find kind of stupid. Like if you don't have, if you don't know, you weren't actually there, and you're like, you're not
Well,
even involved.
I called
Why get
into
involved?
I called
It's-
I've noticed that and I'm not talking shit. I'm saying I've noticed that my part when I called into Rob was not
Mhm.
covered, and I think that they recognize, even though it was like really harsh, that it was my honest criticism, that I wasn't trying to troll him. I appreciate them not coming after me for that and not talking shit on me, because like I genuinely agree with Rob and a lot of Andrew.
Yeah.
That's why I say if push comes to shove and there's a whole you have to pick a side, I'm just gonna fucking chill with Abe and you, because we're in agreements politically. Y'all have helped me grow my channel. I work with y'all. I mean, Dusty's done more to mentor and help me, and I'm not gonna not chill with him. I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm not gonna not talk shit and troll, but I'm not gonna fucking dig my heels in, and if it becomes a big deal, and actually put myself in a stupid fucking situation for something I don't actually believe in, when I believe that we need right wing unity and we should be pulling together and fuck left wing spaces, because they've had fucking 20 years to dominate the right. And like me, like I literally.
Can I say something, Emmett?
Well, I
By
told
the way-
Dusty he was
Yeah,
going to get his
just-
ass beat in that debate. And that's why I'm
Yeah,
so
just-
angry.
Just 1 second. So
Sure.
they're saying that we need to get leftists in order to have debates. They need us to get a debate too, okay?
They
You
don't
can
want to
circle
debate.
jerk all the fuck you want, but every single time they circle jerk each other, they lose more and more people because we don't fucking care about them, and people just want to get them destroyed anyway. Go ahead,
That's the
Ben.
thing. The left doesn't want to debate. That's the whole thing about when people are bitching about Ryan's decor. Like, that's what leftists do. They don't want an honest debate. That's what libertarians do. Because I've had a talk with somebody, and I pointed out, like,
Yeah.
libertarians and leftists and even like conservatives to a point are the same. If you're not a right winger, a traditionalist at this point, you might as well be a liberal.
Yeah,
Because
they can be true.
the conservative denounce anybody. The conservative denounce anybody that's actually fighting against the left, like, effectively, and the libertarians just do this fucking it doesn't matter. We're all just on a Fed watch list anyway. We're all like, it's just fucking stupid. And then the liberals just, they care about winning. That's it.
So Emmett, sorry, I thought you were done, OG.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna stop bogarting the panel. I'm going to side with my side, because there is tribalism, and I'm not gonna turn my back on the right for people that want to obfuscate or do esoteric asshole sniffing. Like, it's not about morals and beliefs. It's about what's actually happening, and the left is fighting to win.
Okay, my turn.
Go, Beth.
So Emmett, my only point in bringing it up is he brought up it's the smaller people who are jumping around. Okay, now I absolutely, I've said it over and over again since the start. Andrew has the right to fire whoever he wants, to not work with whoever he wants, for whatever reason that he wants. Okay, and I would never. I mean, if he feels a certain way, like because like he feels like his boy got attacked. That's absolutely fine. That he has the right to feel that way, right? And as far as Sarah goes, I don't really know everything they went on with Sarah. What I did see, I thought the whole thing was kind of silly. I think I think the whole blow up from start to finish, well, setting the debate part aside, right? Because that's a slightly different story, but even then, it was like high schooler shit, right? It's trolling. It's not that deep. After that,
Well, it's not that deep. It's not that deep in your eyes because you're not part of an organization that was working with you and help you prop your channel to the point
no,
in
no,
which
no,
you
no,
were
no.
making a
That's not
bunch
what
of
I'm saying.
money, and they were giving you a ton of growth, and he was getting you people to work with you.
That's not
And at
what
that
I'm
point, it's
saying.
like that's
Hang
a little
on.
bit different.
The trolling when
No,
the boys were going
Emmett's
back
got
and
Emmett's
forth.
got a point. Emmett's got a point there though,
He does.
because the trolling is inherently the issue is, and Andrew said this. I
Wait.
don't necessarily believe it, but Andrew said the trolling was not the issue. That's the part I don't believe. But I do believe the major part was that Sarah was there when someone that she worked with was getting trolling. That's the crux of
I'm
it.
saying the trolling.
So I get where he's coming from on that.
I'm saying
In
the,
fact, I think wait a second, just real quick.
let me know when
I
it's-
think that trolling is the issue. I think if she had been there, nothing would have happened to Rob's channel, and people have not gone there to pretty much troll them. Nobody would have cared. Go ahead, Beth.
I'm saying the trolling back and forth between the guys. Okay, that part. Honestly, I didn't think it was that deep. I mean, that's between the guys. Okay, Sarah's part in that. By all means, look, I can't say one way or another. I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
That's
I'm not.
That's the problem. Everybody's making it about the trolling when
Yeah.
the problem from the Crucible is Sarah was working with the Crucible and was there when the trolling was going on and laughing and cackling about it. I think that's retarded, personally, but I can see where they're coming from.
Yes.
And people are trying to give their take like it's something that these people should listen to, and no. It's not.
No,
it's not. Like, Andrew can do what the fuck he wants.
Yes,
They
that's
have
what I
the
just
right to
said.
pull their support.
That's what I just said.
And
Can I ask something? Because again, I don't want to be someone who's involved in this, but I haven't said anything in ages. I just want to add a quick question.
I just want to finish what I was trying to say,
Okay,
because
okay,
before
go
I
ahead.
end up getting freaking whatever here. Look, I absolutely agree. Andrew has every right. And I think that, when it comes down to the business aspect, I don't know the insides, outwards of their business, their friendship. But if that's how it comes across, if that's what it is, then, I mean, that's what it is. I'm not taking Sarah's side on this. All right. And ultimately, yeah, I do stay with the right. I am a patriarchal individual. I do think that a lot of this is just blown up more than it should be. That's all it is. When it comes down to the smaller people, though, okay? Like, if I'm watching something and I laugh at it, I don't see why that should automatically, like, render me an enemy.
And that right there is the problem of what me and Beth are talking about, because there's a bunch of people trying to be pick-me's and fucking patrolling, trying to catch niggas riding dirty. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what happened
Know what I'm
last
saying,
night. I got
Yeah,
labeled an enemy because I laughed at something. By the way, wasn't.
Emmett did also just say that that's gay as fuck and shouldn't be going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people which are gonna come into the space and saying a bunch of shit about our ton of creators. That one, I'm pretty sure don't even know the whole side of the story. Don't understand why the whole thing started. Where there, I consumed like 8 hours of content. Okay, 8 hours of content to get both sides. I've been watching the whole thing because I've been listening to Rob North for a while, so I was in every single one of the debates that was mentioned. I listened to them live. I probably went and watched some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I realized and I saw the Connor versus Rob Nor, because it was just a fucking hate Connor. But the whole point is I want to see somebody stand up for against Connor, because Misfit Patriot is a retard. And then I was in the panel when this was happening, and I also went back and watched the whole debate on my stream while it was happening, and I went back and watched the whole problem with the thing. So I actually know
Sure.
what happened in the whole idea of all of it. I'm not entirely sure that there's gonna be. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a ton of people that didn't do all of that. They're gonna give a bunch of takes that are absolutely retarded, and I don't even agree with what they're doing. If you weren't there, if you know, sometimes some people need a little bit of a shut the fuck up text
I
too.
agree.
And I think there's gonna be a bunch of that in the future.
That's why I have not
And
been
I don't-
giving
I
a
don't-
take. That's why I haven't been giving a take on the situation with Sarah and them. Because I
mean-
don't know what happened. I wasn't there. I'm staying in my lane. I didn't see the debates even. Okay. So no, by all means, I'm happy to stay in my lane.
Streams. I was watching 3 streams that night.
I'm happy to stay in my lane. However, it's like if somebody posts something and it's funny and I fucking giggle at it, I shouldn't be labeled an enemy of the state if I say that the reaction that I saw was just maybe, shocking or unnerving or disappointing or whatever. That shouldn't, and that's coming from both sides, okay? That shouldn't label me an enemy. But that's also because I'm not going into that.
Why we could see that as a problem? Why could that be seen as a problem, right, Beth?
No.
No.
Well,
because if you don't know, you cannot give a take. That's the problem. Like if you don't know, you cannot say it's dumb and retarded if you don't know. It's I don't know. That would be the actual answer.
I don't know, but if I turn on a screen and there's a grown man,
you can't feign, Beth. You can't feign ignorance and then give a take and have an opinion. If you don't actually know
what I am saying is if I turn on a stream and there's a grown ass man screaming, "Shut your fucking bitch mouth," and just flipping out, me saying, "Whoa."
What's wrong about that?
It's funny.
Like I understand. I understand. I understand that it might be seen as bad. So sorry, I might be.
Said about it was that it was uncomfortable.
Wait. Let him finish up. Sorry,
I understand that in me, the optics of it, you might not like it, but if there is an actual reason why, pretty much he is telling the person to, there's a reason why there's a $10,000 shut the fuck up tax, and the whole reason is because there was a person who should have maybe shut the fuck up in the first place.
Bad argument, but okay.
In his opinion. At the end of the day, it's his opinion.
It's his opinion, his ball. He gets to take it and go home. And here's the thing: anybody on the Panelverse side that has a problem with me having that take, because there are, you can go fuck yourself. Just like I would say to the Crucible crew who want to police what I say the same fucking thing. Because if I think something's, and what Beth's trying to say is there are people that are trying to basically accuse her of being
disloyal
for laughing at a meme. And like Emmett said, that shit is retarded. If you didn't have nothing to do with it and you're being pick-me's, it's retarded.
Yeah, especially from people that have nothing to do with this. Like that is the point of what I'm making. It's like there's even I would be like adjacent to it. I'm not like full on it, but I'm making I do have the knowledge to say this. I went to Rob North's channel and I told him to his face, "Hey, I was critical of you, and this is the reason why, and specifically on this issue." And I also said, "But I understand where you're coming from, because when you're talking about left-wing spaces." And I gave him an actual example, and everybody knows this example. When he was with Week and Soy Peel, and they were going to have a debate, and Soy Peel at the beginning of the debate pretty much told Rob Noor, "Ha ha ha ha! I duped you, you fucking retard! I never said this. I faked a tweet." When Rob Noor started going after Soy Peel, the first person that jumped in to pretty much defend Soy Peel was Week. Week started fighting Rob Noor in behalf of Soy Peel when Soy Peel was pretty much telling Rob that he was a retard on a channel where they were gonna have a debate on. So I don't at this point, yeah, I don't care. We need spaces in which we can actually have the right to be there and even be even have some kind of justification that we know we're gonna be treated fairly and in some cases might even be treated better.
And that's kind of the thing. Like
Can I ask a question quickly?
Yes.
And y'all don't have to answer this because again, outsider. This is purely just a question. If we're talking about like right wing unity, was this like a final straw with Sarah? Because like why wasn't
I have no clue.
Wouldn't this have been better to like
I don't
behind?
I don't have an opinion on that because
like to
like,
achieve right wing unity, like couldn't he have talked to Sarah? Maybe Sarah apologizes, everything's good, unity is maintained. There's not this big like fracture.
So from my understanding, this is a pattern of behavior from Sarah. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I don't watch Sarah's stuff. The only time I've really watched Sarah's stuff, like I've been over there a couple times, went on panel 2, maybe 4 times. But when I watch Sarah's stuff, it's from Dusty's restream. And I don't really watch long because I like to participate and I don't really do the whole debate thing. I like to have conversations with people. So the debate thing's kind of dumb to me. But
we know this Joe Cool guy, by the way.
Yes, Joe Cool is awesome.
Joe Cool, okay. Joe Cool is the homie. But like, my thing is, from the very get go, it seemed that as far as the Sarah shit goes, it seemed that Rob couldn't take a joke.
Don't trust that Joe Cool guy. He gonna pour about me. Don't trust him. Don't trust him.
He's the best.
It seemed that Rob couldn't take a joke, right? But then some of the Crucible people reached out to me. Some of the people in good faith, like Crucible leaning, reached out to me and was like, "There's a whole backstory to her degeneracy, to her favoring leftists," and I'm like, okay, let me check this out. And my thing is, like I've said a million and one times, like I'm a political right winger. I want right wing unity, and I want us to play to win. Me and Joe's argued about this shit on my channel. Like, that's my stance. Now, when it comes to the trolling and the having fun, I'm gonna do the panelverse thing. And I'm gonna fuck around and play around. But when it comes to the actual politics, I stand where I stand. I stand with the right. And if that means that people get mad at me, so be it.
You strayed a bit, OG. You started off with dude was saying that Sarah had a bunch of other problems other than just that little laugh or giggle or whatever it was, I thought. And you looked into it. I thought you was going to say you looked into it and you think that you agreed with them that Sarah was like super laughed or something weird.
No. Their claim is that she was biased because I even told some of the people, and I said on my
everybody's
panel,
biased.
I said I didn't care about her degeneracy because that's not really what the crux of the issue is. It's her supposed bias, and I said that I didn't see it, and I maintain I didn't see it. But if the Crucible and other right wingers, again, I didn't watch her shit, but if the Crucible and other right wingers are saying that she was biased, and they're trying to create pro white right wing spaces,
right,
where they can have the debates and discussions that the left have and have the control that the left have. That's their right, their prerogative, and I support that.
Sure.
What are you saying?
We want the bias towards us now. That's what we want. We want the bias towards us.
Did you think that Sarah fit that metric, right wing safe spot for? No one thought that.
Well, now we absolutely know that it doesn't. So why would
the contention from the Crucible is because it was either implied or stated because of the help that she got from the Crucible. It was either implied or stated is what I'm getting at. And it being implied or stated, if she didn't comply, then they have every right to pull their funding, their support, her business. And I've said this from the get-go, by the way. This isn't something I've switched up on. You can go back on all panels. Like I said, I'd like to troll and fuck with people. So I'm going to troll on people, and on certain cases, I'm going to state my honest opinion. When you have people like Paige going on to Dusty's and tone policing, it's very fucking cultish. When you have a bunch of pick me dudes running fucking defense, it seems retarded and cultish and cowardly. When you've got dudes who are, and I hate using the term because it's gay, but dudes who are like ultra misogynist who seem to hate women, wanting women to go and police and defend them, it seems fucking gay. Like I've said, even on Dusty's, I don't think these people doing the tone policing are coming from Andrew or Rob or anybody big, or it's not some coheted effort. It's a bunch of fucking pick-me's wanting to get noticed by their favorite creators.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I said too. Like, if you were not even there, if you're not Jason, if you're just there for like the pick me and just making videos out after the fact, being a total dumbass, then yeah, you're a total dumbass. I don't even think you're making the legwork to have the say.
Let me ask you guys, OG and the cat talking.
Real quick, I'm very sorry, Joe. So then, at least I know the boundaries. I'm not allowed to feel uncomfortable with reactions that I see or things that people say or whatever.
It depends on
It's my feelings. I'm not taking anything out on them. I'm not talking shit on them. If I say something that makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't see where the problem is with that.
Let me put it another way. You have the right to feel whatever you want, because at the end it's your feelings and you're justified in feeling whatever you want, right?
Unless she works for the Crucible, then you and OG expect
then she's contractually.
if she doesn't.
Well, I'm getting
she's contractually obligated to put her feelings on hold because she signed an agreement. She made an agreement.
Oh no, it's been made clear last night that I need to leave the Crucible Discord immediately.
She doesn't speak.
Fine. Let me put it this way. I work with.
Hold on. That's what. Hold on. This is what Emmett is, and to a lesser extent myself is trying to say. These people do not represent the Crucible. It's a bunch of pick-me's going around starting shit.
That's kind of why I got annoyed. He doesn't support this kind of behavior, and that's what Andrew says straight up. So I wouldn't take that shit too seriously.
That's why
I will even say this. I work with Grid One. If I have feelings against I work with Grid One. If I have feelings against Grid One, I have two options. I can come into my stream but be a dumbass and be like, ha, look at what the Green One. Or I can take it with him and tell him what I feel or what I have to say in private. And the options in both ends, like the way that people are going to react in both ends, I'm pretty sure that even though I'm feeling things in both cases, there's going to be a different reaction on one end and the other end.
Sure.
So,
well, but what is your point? That if we're part of the Crucible or any other clique in public, even if it's something little, I'm not supposed to disagree with Beth in public because we're on the same team. If I think Beth made a mistake, did something stupid, and I'm into somebody else's room and they say, "Oh, Beth had a poor showing, she sucks," I can't agree. Yeah, it wasn't Beth's. Oh, yeah, she fucked up that time.
You're cool. Do you
Nothing
work with
negative
Beth?
about Beth.
Do you work with Beth?
In this instance.
Do you work with Beth? You do work
Not
with
in
her?
real
You have a
life.
contract agreement? You're making money out of her?
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
If you have a business agreement, then you have to understand that there are risks on the way that you react in public towards your business agreement. Yes.
Now, what if same hypothetical, Joe Cool?
The business agreement go this far. Yeah.
Joe Cool, you
broke up.
Got it delay. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
you're roboting. I didn't catch the last thing you said.
All right, hold on. I'm probably still in someone's internet. Hold on, this damn thing's probably trying to steal the internet or something. All right. I would agree with you that you're under certain obligations and all of those things. When you signed something saying that I agree that I will no longer criticize this person or voice anything negative about anybody in the group, now you're running risk that You know, that people shouldn't be asked to run unless you're trying to form some type of nonsense cult bullshit, you know, shit that you're afraid of that can't be tested. You know, I don't know. I prefer the
What
open
kind of
shit that we do. If Flo fucks up a Sarah, and I can talk shit about Sarah, I still love her. I can talk shit about Flo. It's not the end of the world. They can
Yeah.
crack on me. And it's not something, if it was serious, yes, they'd call me backstage, they call me outside the presence of other people. But if it's something
I,
stupid like this is nonsense.
I understand, Joe, that the difference is the business agreement part. We're not in business. Like we can
Yes.
have a conversation. I can have a conversation with the Orthodox guy, and I can have disagreement with him. But if I actually had a business with the Orthodox guy, and we're working
Yeah.
together towards a specific goal, and then I go on and start talking shit of Orthodox
Yeah.
guy with Confluence of all people, being all commie and shit, and then Orthodox guy is like, fuck this guy, I don't want to have a business relationship with this fucker anymore. I think Orthodox guy is incomplete, that he has all of the right to do that, because I was a complete dumbass.
Not
I think
not
we're
only
talking
do I
about
have the right, but
degrees,
I'm gonna
though.
send you a pipe bomb. God damn it, Emmett! We playing by dirty rules.
Evan, I think we're talking about degrees. If it's something small, I think even under the contract, it's not a
Yeah.
big deal. You don't have to talk to someone behind closed
Well,
doors, and you
yeah,
don't go scorch earth over this dumb
Well,
shit unless
apparent
you're
Joe,
trying
Joe,
to.
the problem is apparently this is not a one-off thing. This is a pattern of repeated behavior.
That's
there's another
I'm still going
problem.
over the
But
evidence.
that's between them with their business, right? I
Well,
mean,
there's another issue here. Is Sarah is the moderator? She's supposed to at least have the look of impartiality when it comes to the whole thing. And in reality, what they wanted was that the people from the Crucible had a little bit of leeway, specifically in that space, and that's the whole problem in between that.
so wait,
So
so she's
Yeah,
in
I
trouble for
understand
giving
if
bias
some
the wrong
people.
way? Crucible's supposed to get bias?
exactly. That's
Yes,
exactly.
exactly. Because you know what? Every other place on the internet, they have their own bias, and guess who is for? It's for the left wing, and it's been for the left wing for 20 years. And this is a building towards the right wing, and the bias has to be towards the right wing. This
But
is
thank God
nepotism.
There should
And
Sarah
we
be
do
got
no.
out.
want to have bias towards us. We want our space to be for us, and for us to have ways in which we can actually have these kind of conversations without being muted all the fucking time, like with Week, or being fighting like the moderator, like with Week, or having to deal with fucking Victory Pack and for fucking different
Or
panelists at the
having
same time,
opposing
because Week does
opinions.
that.
There should
Or
be.
having opposing opinions was the last part you want there. We want safe spaces where no one challenges us. Is what it's that's rigged in
That's
our
exactly what was
favor.
happening, Joe.
That's
Like,
what you sound like you're
do you
saying.
think that was happening with Sarah? And do you think that's what was expected of her?
That's coming from listening to what you guys are telling me. You're telling me 100% it
Yeah.
was expected
We
of her
don't
to do that.
we don't want them to be muting us. We don't want them to be over talking us. We want them to be towards us in
Yes,
some
but you
cases,
want
but we
her
do
to be
want to be
muting
able to
them.
give it.
Yes,
But
but
that's
you
the
want
thing.
her to mute the other
In the
people.
case that they need to be muted, absolutely, why not?
No, you went further and said she should lean on your
Yes,
side.
yes, I know. So
No,
what?
she's supposed to be
I
an
don't understand the
impartial.
problem. I
I thought she's
don't
supposed to
get
be an
it.
impartial moderator.
You know, there is no problem. What y'all are not ceasing to grasp is the left has these spaces,
Yeah.
and what the Crucible was attempting to do was to create this space with Sarah, and she was in agreement to do that. She went the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I think that
Why
I
would you
think that
believe that? First of all, Sarah would never even agree to that dumb shit. I don't believe that she would
yeah,
agree that I'm going to do some right
she
leaning
worked with
nonsense.
Andrew.
Well,
Work
that's
directly
totally
with Andrew.
different. That's okay.
Did
I
Sarah
could
actually
work with
agree to be
people.
like a biased moderator? Like that sounds like what you're asking him, unless I'm misunderstanding.
You're not understanding. You're understanding what it means. When okay, most of the moderators have to try to be impartial, and we agree to that. Okay, but there's bias. Anyway, we know that there is a bias. Do you agree with that, Confluence?
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
so if there's gonna be a bias anyway, because bias exists no matter what, how about we get the bias towards us this time anyway? That's the point. We're not asking the
see,
magical mystery.
The
I
contention,
doubt that Sarah
the,
ever agreed to be
the,
biased
the
in your
contention, the
favor
contention
of the
between
right.
the contention between the pro Crucible and pro Sarah people is the pro Sarah people, i.e., Flo, Joe, and a lot of
You,
other people is.
you,
Well, I like to try to be,
yeah, you're
but
independent and all that shit.
I am independent, and I say that independence, and I maintain that keeping your independence will keep dumb shit like this from happening.
Yeah.
But my thing is
The difference between the two sexes where you were going.
the thing is people that are pro Sarah are very naive. We're coming from the aspect that if you're gonna moderate, it should be 100% non-biased.
Exactly. That's how I am.
The Crucible people like Emmett, Abe, and Grid One are trying to tell, and Grumple are trying to tell us, is that is a pipe dream. That 100% non-bias is a fucking pipe dream, and the bias is in favor of the left 99% of the time. And we're trying to create a debate space where if there is going to be a bias, we want it to favor us, which I completely agree with because I'm a right winger. I've seen it. The left is biased. And you know what? And if Sarah agreed to work with Andrew in the Crucible and got all of this support, she knew what was expected. And if she did not fall in line and give what was expected, it is Andrew's right, the Crucible's right, to pull their support and funding.
That's fine.
Now, at the same place again. What did she think was expected? And we're gonna be at the same point.
Well, I will let the Pro Crucible people tell you, because I have no idea what was actually expected of her. That's not my place to speculate.
Well,
I wouldn't
they were working. Let me put it this way: she was working with Rob Noor on the background, okay, on the back. So they had within the Crucible. She had a lot of talks with Andrew, and they knew that Rob Noor was part of the Crucible explicitly. Okay,
and so he is not to be criticized. That's gay as fuck, bro. That's some soft ass shit.
Yes. You know what, Joe? Cool. That's exactly what I said. There's absolutely no criticism allowed to Rob Noor, and since that is the case, I'm not going to allow any kind of criticism towards Rob Noor anymore. Right. If we're gonna go that way. If that is the case, if I have to criticize fucking Critical Coder or Rob Noor, well, fuck all of you. I'm gonna criticize the retard keeper any fucking single time, and I'm gonna prop up my boy Rob Noor every fucking single time as well.
I'm not gonna sell out and choose sides. I've been
you think you're not gonna sell out, but you are selling out at this point because there's two options. You can either go and suck Ryan's balls, or you can suck fucking Rob Noor's balls, and those are your options only, and that's it.
This is where they're trying to. Okay.
That's
where you lose me, because I don't want to suck anybody's balls.
Yeah, I understand, but that was the whole point of it is not that we're gonna suck balls. It's about the idea that you have two options.
It's about picking sides. That's what that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit.
All day long.
It's bullshit to pick sides.
Yeah, it's bullshit to sit there and give an ultimatum that someone has to pick sides or fuck you.
You must pick Kamala or Trump.
In this case,
these are your only two choices. You must pick one. That's nonsense. That's a false belief.
I pick option 3.
I pick.
What is option 3, Agrippa, please? Give me option 3.
Trust.
Neither of the first two where you have to pick sides because people are.
Let's say that there's going to be a person in power and you have two options. And then you're going to pick 3. Which is 3?
Neither of the first two. Some third option that doesn't involve.
No, because there's two options. That is an actual false dichotomy. There's no third option. There is
the question.
Good.
I was saying, I don't want to pick sides between two people that I have. I don't have any beef with any of these people.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck should I? I'm sitting here just a spectator, and I'm giving an option. Why is that okay?
No, it's not about you as the spectator. It's not about you as the spectator. We're talking about the
I said
options for
spectator,
Sarah.
not
Sarah had
XS.
two options. The options were be part of the
Spectator,
we
crucible and
understand.
accept the bias that's going to be part
Okay.
of it because you're working with a bunch of right wingers anyway. Okay, and this something is expected of you, or you can just not work with them. And at the end of the day, she decided was not to work with them. So it's not a false
All right.
dichotomy.
Be
Yeah.
right
So
back,
then
I
it
guys.
don't.
turns
Yeah,
into destroy her, though.
but I don't have a contract with these people. I
And
just.
yeah,
I'm
I
That-
don't
going
that's-
off of,
either.
That's
like
No.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Hold on. That's the thing.
I'm just going off of like
Andrew is not calling for the destruction of Sarah.
No, it's the people.
It's a bunch of fucking pick-me's that are doing it.
it's just like exactly. That's
But
all I'm
he's
trying
not
to
gonna.
say.
He's
It
not.
sucks,
He's not
man.
gonna tell. He's not gonna tell them to stop. Why should he? Why is he obligated to tell them to stop? Answer me that.
He's not.
There's also the point of the person that made it publicly and was there publicly, and why it's all public at the end of the day is because Sarah was on a public space laughing his ass off as people were trolling Rob Noor that works with Crucible, and she works with them at the same time. And I know that people are going to be like, oh wow, it was only trolling, it's only the internet. But at the end of the day, that pissed off. So, remember when I said about feelings and everybody has an entitlement to it? It pissed off Andrew. He literally said on his stream, I'm on my feelings and I am entitled to have them, and I want nothing to do with this person. What a beautiful face, Anson. How are you doing today?
Hi,
I'm
Ann.
doing.
What's your on all this?
Yeah, I got excited because Emmett was talking about balls a minute ago, so I figured I'd come up and. But y'all got off that topic. I thought y'all were getting off the drama for a second. That's why I popped up here.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I'm a man. I don't do drama, right? Like from my perspective, there's good drama and there's bad drama, right? So what's happened here is good drama because when you're in a ideological movement or any kind of project, not just an ideological movement, there's a level of conformity that's required, and you get to that conformity through a phase where you have a shaking out, right? And so there was an experiment of having Sarah involved in this thing with Andrew, and it didn't really work out. There wasn't gelling, and now that there's been a shaking out, something else will happen. Sarah's channel will actually be better in the long run because she'll be able to do things without being bound to Andrew, and it'll be more in line with what she wants. And Andrew will be better because he'll be able to build another space for the debating that he wanted at the lower level to basically build his debating farm team, which was the whole point of having Sarah in that position anyway. So I think this is all just a net positive for everybody, and the whole drama stuff is just the emotional bullshit that people attach to it.
Yeah, everybody's on their feet. So
Fair
you can get
enough.
into that.
Fair enough.
I think that's
fair.
a good take.
That's kind of like how I feel about it.
There's a reason why.
Sarah's channel will bounce back. It'll just be different. But I don't think
Yeah.
she's
I'm gonna
just
be
tank.
I'm gonna be misogynistic for just 1 second. I apologize, Beth, but one of the reasons that I think specifically women are not liking all of these is because it's a bunch of feelings and they're not feeling the same feeling, so they're kind of confused on how to feel about these.
You're confused, woman. Did y'all catch Beth's stream? And I posted, I shared the video with the Team Fortress 2 guys drinking coffee because women. That's literally my feelings. That's literally my feelings on this. Like, and here's the thing. If we agree, right? If we agree, Beth, if you and I agree that the tone policing but it's not coming from Andrew or Rob or anybody big at the Crucible Network, it's a bunch of pick-me's. Why are we that worried about it?
Yeah.
Just tell them to. I had somebody get mad at me for defending Kat and mentioning them messing with Kat and DM me today and talk shit.
Yeah.
And I called him a homo and told him to fuck off.
God damn it, I love you, Orthodox guy.
He called me a simp, and when I go live, I'm gonna review it. It'll be the first and probably only time I ever actually read verbatim from DMs, because I'm gonna like you. This is how you deal with people like that. I'm annoyed by this, and the reason that I'm saying I'm showing my bias by saying I'll side with Abe and Emmett. That's the third option. I will choose to side with the people that I politically align with that are the least associated with the Crucible. Because I fuck with them. I'm politically aligned with them. They are my friends. I appreciate every help, everything from everybody else. I appreciate it. When it comes to trolling and fucking with people, I'm gonna troll and I'm gonna fuck with people. I don't give a fuck if it's Rob. I did it to Dusty yesterday in his own panel to the point he wanted to kick me. I literally shouted, "You're the only one allowed to deconstruct," and by a will of God, he went to kick me and kick Katie. It's funny.
Well,
like I'm gonna troll and fuck with you, and I expect nothing less from the internet from me. But I'm not gonna involve your family. I'm not gonna go too far, and I'm not gonna dox you. That's it. And if I see some fuck shit, I'm gonna call it out. My bad.
No, your cadence is off. I keep thinking you're done talking, and then I try and jump. I'm too used to being on damn panels and having to find a spot in there. I'm sorry, OG.
Your beard is so
I'm
thick
done.
we can
I
barely tell you're
apologize.
talking.
That is a majestic fucking beard and mustache combo too, by the way.
It's like your mouth is there's sounds coming out, but your mouth's barely moving.
Yeah, so I agree with the trolling part. That's very important to me. That's like 90% of the reason why I get into chats. And like, so what I did was I got into Rob's and started like talking shit. And then like I DM'd Sarah and I was like, "Hey, you're about to get overpassed by Rob. Why don't you go over there and super chat in Rob's and congratulate him?" Because Sarah's subs were dropping and Rob's were going up. And that was the exact point when he surpassed her when I suggested that. And she thought it would be funny too, but decided not to, right? So that's my kind of trolling. Like I would have been very satisfied if she had done that.
By the way, just so people know, if you mess up with Cam, at least on my channel, you're gonna get banned.
Yeah,
So
Cat apparently Cat's the top dog now.
Well, I mean, no, okay, so
nobody else's opinions matter.
Well, I'll say
nobody
exactly
else's.
what happened.
Damn, I'm
I'll say exactly what happened.
I thought we were buddies,
said,
man.
Go ahead, yeah.
Well, it's nepotism.
Hang on. Hero G.
Cat said in grids that she thought this was all gay. And TVT, the vengeful truther, is the same person who messaged me, called her a simp and started being really disrespectful, calling her out her name and shit. And it got to the point
she
Grid
didn't call
had
her
to
simp. He called her a boss babe and a feminist, and it's like what?
And an attention hoe, and yeah.
Yeah, and it was all because she said that this was all gay, which in a sense, and I said at the beginning, it kind of is, especially the reaction afterwards. Like,
yeah, but then look at the stance that's being taken, where it's like, she goes.
It's by a bunch of pick me homos.
No,
it's by a bunch of pick me homos.
It's the same thing that like I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to pick sides, and she's saying the same thing. It's all a bunch of bullshit, and she's not trying to pick sides.
Yeah, I understand, Angry Police. The problem with what you were saying at that point, because you're the audience, I was talking about Sarah. I was talking about she having two options. She's not the audience member in this case.
No, she
has the option to work with or don't work with. That's the options that she had.
Totally concede that part of it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Just me as a lowly spectator, then that's all I can speak of.
And if she doesn't want to be biased if she doesn't want to be biased in favor of the Crucible, then sure, she's not holding up her side of the contract, and she shouldn't work for them. Sure, I agree with that completely.
At the same time, I'm seeing what like OG's saying. Like she can spread her wings down and do her own thing. I guess, and she doesn't have to worry about it.
And I think in the short
It is what it
term,
is.
it'll hurt her, but in the long term, she'll be better for it because that keeping that independence is always better, in my opinion.
And so why is it though now it's like this whole thing of like nobody can criticize Rob Noor anymore? Like where does this is what I'm saying is people who are not involved in this, like what the hell? Why does it automatically become enemies of the state, essentially?
I criticized Rob Noor.
No.
I think Emmett was being facetious, wasn't he, when he said?
Yeah, Emmett was literally joking.
Yeah.
Like, Emmett was literally joking.
That's the vibes I got.
Well,
no, but I mean, what I'm talking about is if we're gonna we want nepotism, we want to have some kind of power on these spaces, and we want the bias toward us. I agree with that, but I really, in reality, I I criticized Rob Nor on my channel the night that it happened, and then I criticized him on his channel.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Well,
I'm
you
talking
even
about
agreed
when
with
they
some
were-
of my criticism and corrected me on some things. Like you can criticize the man. They don't want you. They don't want you going and trying to troll him on his channel. They don't. I think what it is me personally, I went too hard on him. I don't like what I said because I'm trying to be a better person in my life. I think they recognized that I was criticizing, but Landry and AJ were trolling. That's why.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
why when. That's why when
it was the guys
when it was
fucking with the
discussed.
guys. But then what?
Well,
I'm saying-
that's when it was discussed. Like they don't want you interrupting the show, which is fair. I don't think there would be an issue if it was a bunch of shorts made or a bunch of songs. Hell, I don't even think they care if you go on the show if it's a call-in show.
What I'm saying is, all right. So that entire
Beth,
thing-
your issue.
Okay.
I know your issue. Your issue is a bunch of pygmies are attacking you, and you have to ignore the pygmies. Have you been kicked out of the Crucible Discord?
N- wait.
Has anybody actually associated with the business or organization messaged you or come at you and say, because nobody that I know of that's actually
No.
associated with
I
doing
got
business
up.
with Andrew has
No,
reached out
that's
to me.
not what. Hold on. Okay. What I'm saying is, I'm not addressing that part. I am addressing this general attitude where, yeah, they are coming after all, like even Cat. Okay. And so all
But
of a sudden,
it's not the Crucible as a
All-
business. It's a bunch of pygmies.
yes, I know that.
And you have to ignore them and call them out as individuals. You cannot do that. You cannot say the Crucible's responsible for it.
That's not what I said. What
I know that's not what you said, but
Okay.
this is what I'm telling you. You can't assume that it's the Crucible doing
That's
it.
not what
It's
I
a bunch
said,
of
and that's not
pygmies.
what I assumed. Okay. What I was addressing is this is a group think that is going on where, yeah, you're not allowed to laugh at things. You're not allowed to make jokes at things. Why is this group think by the fucking herd so goddamn fucking, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like sensitive. Like, what is up with that? Where it's like, yeah, nobody can joke, nobody can laugh, nobody can do anything. It's not like I'm fucking making.
That's not the problem. I don't understand how is it that complicated to understand this part. Is the problem was not that people were laughing and joking and even trolling. Is that there's a person that is literally working with the Crucible,
it's
that's
Sarah.
building a platform, and yeah, it is Sarah. Sarah is the problem in this case because she was working with them, building something together.
We're talking about
the
two different
specific
things right now.
expectation of them.
We're talking about two
No,
different things right
no,
now.
no, we're not. The problem is Sarah, right? The problem was Sarah with the Crucible. It's never about you. The problem that you and I are having are a bunch of pygmies that are related only because they support
Oh my
the Crucible.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not coming for the Crucible.
Stop for 2 seconds and listen to me. I am asking about the group think, not the Crucible, not the business.
Who the fuck is the group think, Beth?
There, fucking, all of them. Emmett, fucking everybody.
The Crucible.
The group.
The Crucible's the group thing. I'm not part of the Crucible, and I'm literally telling you, it's a bunch of pygmies that want to get noticed.
That's what I was trying to say. It's the pick me.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about is like the pick me side.
It's not groupthink. This is not marching orders from the
No,
Crucible.
I'm not saying it.
Beth, stop. This is why you and Flo got in the argument y'all got into. Stop. Because you are being a woman and being dense. You are not listening to what is being said. And I'm not trying to be rude or mean to you. All right?
What am I saying exactly?
Where is Joe?
I'm gonna put it in
Where's
this
Joe Cool?
terms.
Because Joe Cool was saying exactly what I was saying perfectly.
And Joe Cool don't know what's going on at all. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Beth, right? The Crucible, the people that you're talking about, the pygmies, they're all, even myself, they're all right-wingers. They all want a similar goal.
Yes.
There's your group thing. And if you are not working towards that, if you're not with us, you're against us. I'm a right-winger, and I'm not going to talk shit on that goal. I may not like what the Crucible
didn't-
does, and if I see fuck shit, I'll talk shit. I'll talk shit on that. I'll troll about that.
Mhm.
I've got
But
Okay,
I
want to
think
ask-
the goal is noble.
Well, let's
right.
let Beth land the plane.
No, it's,
yeah. I
it's
want
pointless
to
because they're
listen.
not understanding what I'm talking about, and they're just telling me that I'm being dense and I'm wrong.
Yeah, but I
So-
want to.
No.
I want to
Shut the
hear.
fuck
I
up,
want to
That
hear.
was
and I'll
just,
what-
make fun
okay.
of whatever I want to make
understand.
fun
I was
of.
just saying what was in chat. That was requested by chat by Kat.
Yeah,
So
give me
let
just
Beth
one
land the
second.
plane.
No, it,
Give me just 1 second.
Go
I
ahead.
do want to know what you have to say, especially because you mentioned my name as part of it. So please explain us. We're gonna give you 2 minutes.
no,
Nobody's gonna
I
talk
don't even
until
want
you're
it.
done.
It's good. I don't want to act like a woman up here.
Don't act like more of a woman.
Act
Ignore
like,
the
act like
sexism,
us.
Beth.
You know,
I
we're all here.
want to hear it. The Oxycat wants to hear it.
Can I talk to it?
Want to hear it.
Can I talk to
give her-
it?
I'm
just give
genuinely.
her a
I'm
minute.
Watson might be
genuinely
able to articulate better than me.
I'm
give her-
genuinely not trying to be
Pass
mean.
it
What
to-
I'm
I'm
saying,
passing
what I'm
it to
saying
Hanson.
is, what I'm
Alright,
saying is,
alright.
this is a nothing burger.
Every
What
time
you
I
and
try to
experiencing
fucking
is a
explain,
nothing
I'm getting
burger.
cut off anyway, so I'm passing it to Anson.
We're gonna give
I think
you
we
a
are
couple
cutting
of-
Beth off too much. I do.
That's why I was saying give her a minute and let her
Yeah,
Let her
we're
talk.
gonna give you a minute so you can explain to us, please.
Beth, I can full screen you if you want. I think I know how to do that.
I don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare.
Am I a communist?
Full
Beth?
What?
screen her now. Do it now.
Are you gonna listen? Just hear me out. Okay.
Beth, I listen to you. I
Alright,
listen to you all the
muted.
time. I just think that you're not understanding what's being
We're
said.
supposed to be listening to Beth.
I think
Wait,
we're in
wait,
a
wait, don't-
She asked me a question,
Let her
motherfucker.
speak. Just let her
What
speak,
I am
okay?
saying is that I'm not talking about Andrew Wilson. I'm not talking about Rob Noor. I'm not talking about the business. I'm talking about the group think of the people who follow it. Okay. And what we're seeing is this huge rise up that actually reminds me of how the leftists act with their, oh, your words are violent. Okay. And I'm not saying that all are acting like it, but it's very reminiscent of it, where it's like, it's not just me. There's a lot of people who are like out of this, that are like, I'm not even giving an opinion. I'm not taking a side. I'm not doing that. We're getting screamed at and called fence sitters, just like you just said a few minutes ago, Emmett. Yeah, you have to pick a side. There's people who don't want to pick a side. Okay, because we're not friends with fucking Sarah. We don't know Andrew personally. We stick with our ideology, like freaking OG is saying. Okay. But beyond that, it's like, if we want to laugh at something, we're going to laugh at something. But I don't understand why the group is taking this to some wild extreme, going after like one another. It's stupid. It's fucking retarded. Does that make more
Okay.
sense?
No, because
No?
you
Okay.
literally once again misunderstood the position of you have to pick a side. I'm talking about Sarah had to pick a side. The side was you can mod towards the bias to the Crucible, or you can do it towards the bias of the leftists. That was the side. That was the grand decision that she had to make, and there's no other option in this case. And you're gonna be like, oh, she could be unbiased. That's a pipe dream. It doesn't exist. There's no unbiased people in the world. It
She's not
doesn't
talking
exist.
about that, Emmett.
Yeah, but that's exactly what she says. Like, why do I have to take a side? You don't. You're the audience. You can go any fucking where on the internet and not be part of it, or not be part of this. It's fine, okay? But I'm not saying that you have to pick a side in this case. I was talking about the idea of Sarah having to pick a side, which is what I said to
Yeah.
Agrilepolis.
We
So when you're
clarified
telling
that.
me,
Yeah.
because you mentioned me as part of the Crucible, which I am not even
I
part of the
was
Crucible.
you just went on a diatribe, and I was referencing things that I was bringing part of things that you said in that play into what I was trying to talk about.
Just
Do I make sense, Anson, or am I fucking completely retarded?
No, okay, Emmett. What she's trying to explain is something that. So, as a professional troll, let me tell you about it from my perspective, right? So, I've
Okay.
seen in comments people being butthurt to like a millionth degree compared to normal, trying to basically gatekeep and talk down to people who are criticizing Rob Noor. So I've made it my business to like double my criticism of Rob Noor because of that, because I think it's funny, right? But what she's talking about is for people who actually care about what other people think are being affected by that in a real way, because they're basically in this social network with all of these betas who are just, you know, basically following along because they think that they're doing the right thing by talking down to anybody that criticizes Rob or might have a differing opinion of what's going on. That's what she's talking about. She's talking about the social aspect.
I understand the social aspect and how that may be the case. Like, fine, I'm dumb and retard. I don't care about feelings. Okay, I don't care about the feelings of people 99% of the time, which is completely true. When I see these in a logical sense. So when people are telling me, "Oh, we can't criticize Rob," I criticize Rob, and I have no problem with anybody. And if people send me a message about, "Oh, why did you criticize Rob?" I will laugh at their faces, because that's what I do when people say stupid shit at me, and that's the reaction I would have on it. Okay, so
Well,
I don't see.
It has a chilling effect, Emmett. It has so people like Joe Cool who are on the left side, right? Like, we need those people in this space to have people to argue with, and having an ideological purity witch hunt, which is part of what this is.
If they want to be here, they can be here, but I don't need them. There's going to be a bunch of people that are going to listen to us, and it's going to spurk the fuck out anyway. And especially when it comes to fucking Andrew, that has an actual audience, there's going to be people wanting to debate him anyway. So why do we need him?
The health of the space needs to have opposition in order to function at a lower level. If we start purging out all the people who disagree with us or have differing opinions, then we have a problem at the lower levels of this space, because it relies upon differing opinions. Like commies like Confluence, we need those people around, right? If we run all the commies like him, what are we gonna do, right? We'll have nobody to make fun of.
Have a good time. We can have a good time with the fucking commies either. Like, why do we stop talking about people when we can have conversation about actual stuff?
That's like saying just because you disagree with somebody, you got to stop talking to them. Like, that's
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
if that's kind of what you're saying, though, bro.
No, listen to me. If people are gonna be like, "Oh, you have a space that is right wing. I have an implicit bias towards the right. We're not gonna be here, but we have all of these other fucking spaces that you have to come on. They have a bias towards the left, and you have to be here. Well, fuck you. I'm not gonna be there. I don't have to, and I can build my own fucking place where I have my own bias." And I don't see a problem with that.
You're saying that from a streamer point of view, not from like all of us are just sitting here watching all this shit, bro.
all of you are just looking at it, and you're saying, "Oh, we want to have the fucking lefty spaces anyway. Oh, we need to accept that we need the lefty spaces, bro, because there's no way that we can have a bias towards the right, apparently, but we can, and I don't see any fucking reason why we couldn't."
So my thing about it is, right, Emmett. When I pointed out the pick me shit, Emmett implicitly said that shit was stupid. My point to Beth, and the reason I'm getting annoyed, and I got annoyed earlier today when I was on her stream, and I even got annoyed on mine, is because people are taking the fucking pick me's, the people that have nothing to do with this shit, too seriously. Deal with it like me and Emmett. If somebody comes at you trying to tell you to pick a side or trying to tell you have to do or act a certain way, tell them to go fuck themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
If Dusty makes fun of me or tries to tell me that I'm wrong in my take, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, no, you're fucking stupid. I'm a right winger. You know that I'm going to side with the right wing, but I fuck with you because you're my friend. You've helped me with my channel. And I agree with I also agree with some of the shit to a lot of the shit you say.
Thank you. I do think it better than I could. Thank you.
Like literally, like people don't understand when it comes to trolling. I literally trolled Dusty during his fucking, like, at the end of his Christian debate where he opened the panel and we were discussing God, and I told him about how you measure faith and all this shit. He just didn't want to get it because he doesn't want to believe in God, and he's a deconstructionist, and I think deconstructionism is gay, and I'll fuck with him, and once he starts trying to get deconstructed, then I'll do it back to him. He'll start trying to say something, and I say, you're the only one that can deconstruct, and he gets fucking ass mad about it, and he fucking boots me every time, and I wanted to fuck with him, like, don't have a Rob Noor moment now. But I didn't say that because he's my friend. There's that fucking nepotism. I'm not gonna troll too hard. He already wanted to boot me from his panel, but it was the will of God that he accidentally booted someone else.
We should be able to have this.
I did tell him that, and he got mad.
We should be able to have this open dialogue and talk about it without getting all,
But that's the
upset
thing. You
about it.
have the you have the pick me's, and I don't think
Yeah.
at all. I don't think it all flow is going to come for me. That's just the example, right?
So what I'm worried about is like creators like Grid, right? Because he's got a lot of people from the Panelverse in there, the people like Sarah and that crowd, and he's also very loyal to Andrew, right? And so he could get hurt by this because the way his audience would get split, and he's definitely going to side with Andrew, like
Well,
openly.
He's already
Grid's a G and can maneuver that on his own. And if people want to go after Grid for backing up his business ties and taking the side of the people that he works, like he literally works with, that just makes them fucking homos, in my opinion. Grid's had these projects going on. Grid's a fucking G. Grid literally goes out of his way to be decent and moral. And if you fuck with Grid, that's the quickest way to get me to tell you to go fuck yourself.
That's pretty fucked up way to go if you fuck with Grid, man. Grid's a damn good guy.
But I mean, let me put it this way: if Grid had a problem with one of the creators, and he had like an actual beef going on, and he had to do with something has to do with work specifically, like they were working together, this guy screwed him over, I will 100% side with Grid in that case, and I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah,
and I
think that's happened.
in a way, I
Yeah.
am obligated because I work with Grid.
I don't work for Grid in a sense. I'm just a mod in his channel, but I would totally side with him too most of the time. I mean, but if I disagree with him, I'm going to talk with him about it, and I'll be like, hey, Grid.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was more talking about the social aspect, right? The people that he's networked with, because he's so deeply networked in with all these people that are persona non grata per the beta trolls, the beta. What do you keep calling them? The pygmies. Yeah, the betas, the beta squad, right? So, I like TVT has already gone in there a bunch of times in the past. Like y'all mentioned the Vengeful Truther before. That guy's been a bitch to me several times trying to do the ideological purity nonsense. Right? There's a place for ideological purity, but it's not in a space where you have both left and right clashing together. Right? It's when you're on your own in your own team's dugout, not when you're on the field. Right?
I think that's when you need it the most, personally. But here's the thing: it's about what the expectation is. Are you having a debate and a conversation with one another? Then you need to act as non-biased as possible and talk to one another. If you're having an argument or you're fighting for the ball, so to speak, then you need that ideological unity, and that it depends. The expectation is depends. I had a brain fart. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
when there's gonna be bias, because we cannot get rid of it. That's the point that I'm making. It's like the point that we're making is this is a space we have these kind of ideological ideas in the background, and if you're gonna go ahead and go against our ideology, why would we just allow that to continue? And obviously, I have no power on the space, but if you had power and you're looking at this specific thing going on, you're like, fuck these. Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the beef between like all of these content creators really has nothing to do with like your channel or us. I'm kind of like with Orthodox guy, right? Unless someone like from the Crucible says, "Hey, you got to stop doing this or else," like you just tell the people to fuck off, you know.
Yeah,
I would even say that even like at that point, if you don't have a business relationship with them, at that point I would say fuck off too. I don't have a business relationship with anybody.
If it was somebody big from the Crucible that gave marching orders, like, well, if you want, like, for instance, if somebody said, I'll tell Emmett or Grid or Grumple or somebody not to like you and to badmouth you if you don't fall in line with Andrew, I would say fuck off. Go ahead, do your worst. But I don't think any of those guys would go for that either. I'm gonna be real. I don't think any of them would be like, yeah, sure, I'll throw Orthodox guy under the bus. I don't think they would do that.
I'm not trying to overstep my bounds either. I am not a content creator like you guys. So everything I say is just purely as a spectator. That's all. You know what I mean? I totally get you guys' side of it. Yeah, that's it. Sorry for interrupting if I did.
Such a polite guy, Agrilopolis.
I try,
Chris,
man. I try.
Chris the Strange is calling you out, Anson. He's saying that your beard is fake. It's as fake as your accent.
Yeah, well, he had to trim his, and he's just jealous of the fact that mine's more full than his now. I understand. My mustache is actually more beefy than his. Also, I've twirled it a few times. He's seen it twirled. It's all right, Chris. You can have beard envy. That's fine. You know, you're probably envious of my height too. I know you're a little guy. It's okay.
Is that like penis envy?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to shave my
Jesus.
beard because I might have to have surgery, man. So I don't know. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that kind of retaliation, but it's fine.
Shit happens, man.
Yeah, I should have just kept my mouth shut at this point.
I've known Chris for a really long time. In this space, like the people that I still interact with.
All right. Here's the deal. Boom. So clearly I just dropped that stream. I am headed over to the Powdered Dusty. If anybody would like to join me over there. That's just a little, it's frustrating. I don't think that people who aren't involved in this and are actually trying not to be that fucking involved in it should be catching the strays that they're catching. This idea of like loyalty tests that several of us have had to deal with, and the shit that I've seen go on in certain chats is just, honestly, I feel like I'm in high school again. And I think, I know Leah agrees with me. Leah said it multiple times too. Be careful, Leah. Don't say that too loud in some places. So yeah. Yeah, TBT. I'd love to drop it. I'd love to be able to laugh at something that I see that's fucking funny and not get chewed up about it. That's all. I'm going to shut down. I'm going to head over to the Powdered Dusty. I'm sure I'll be up on panel at some point probably. Yeah, Leah. I'll see you guys over at the Dusty. Oh, Patrick, I'm not sure what you're calling gay, but I'm sure my channel, I'm sure I'll be fired back up at some point here this evening, but that's where it's at for the moment. See you guys in just a little bit, probably.